We've been holding power you make for 30 years. But here's the real question. How much torque are you making? Because every single ACT clutch is rated by the torque produced at the crank. That's all your clutch cares about. Your power, your performance, your success. Unrivaled precision, power, and durability. Visit advancedclutch.com today. 30 years of precision engineering and performance excellence. Because every revolution starts at the crank.
We are a community dedicated to those who love fitness and food.
We have a mission to show that you can pursue your personal fitness goals and enjoy the process.
We are committed to creating a community where you can be and should be proud of your body,
all while being present and proud of yourself along every stage of your fitness journey.
Hit them PRs, make them gains, and eat that donut.
Join the brand, join the message, join the movement.
Enjoy the goods. On-site tire service supporting the scene. We've got your back so you can push harder. For bookings, slide into our DMs at enjoythegoods_.
From race cars to show cars, plus custom modifications, TunerFan has you covered. Visit us at tunerfan.com and these social media platforms. TunerFan is proud to be the official media partner of the Drift League.
We've been holding power you make for 30 years. But here's the real question. How much torque are you making? Because every single ACT clutch is rated by the torque produced at the crank. That's all your clutch cares about. Your power, your performance, your success. Unrivaled precision, power, and durability. Visit advancedclutch.com today. 30 years of precision engineering and performance excellence. Because every revolution starts at the crank.
We are a community dedicated to those who love fitness and food.
We have a mission to show that you can pursue your personal fitness goals and enjoy the process.
We are committed to creating a community where you can be and should be proud of your body,
all while being present and proud of yourself along every stage of your fitness journey.
Hit them PRs, make them gains, and eat that donut.
Join the brand, join the message, join the movement.
Enjoy the goods. On-site tire service supporting the scene. We've got your back so you can push harder. For bookings, slide into our DMs at enjoythegoods_.
From race cars to show cars, plus custom modifications, TunerFan has you covered. Visit us at tunerfan.com and these social media platforms. TunerFan is proud to be the official media partner of the Drift League.
We've been holding power you make for 30 years. But here's the real question. How much torque are you making? Because every single ACT clutch is rated by the torque produced at the crank. That's all your clutch cares about. Your power, your performance, your success. Unrivaled precision, power, and durability. Visit advancedclutch.com today. 30 years of precision engineering and performance excellence. Because every revolution starts at the crank.
We are a community dedicated to those who love fitness and food.
We have a mission to show that you can pursue your personal fitness goals and enjoy the process.
We are committed to creating a community where you can be and should be proud of your body.
All while being present and proud of yourself along every stage of your fitness journey.
Hit them PRs, make them gains, and eat that donut.
Join the brand, join the message, join the movement.
Enjoy the goods. On-site tire service supporting the scene. We've got your back so you can push harder. For bookings, slide into our DMs at enjoythegoods_.
From race cars to show cars, plus custom modifications, TunerFan has you covered. Visit us at tunerfan.com and these social media platforms. TunerFan is proud to be the official media partner of the Drift League.
We've been holding power you make for 30 years.
The Drift League, our first shootout at Willow Springs International Raceway. We're gonna see everyone go out, spin out probably, but also trying to make the course and make it work. A lot of these people are debuting their fresh liveries, their fresh sponsors, their fresh builds, so we'll see if their driving will remain fresh as well. Am I right? Thank you, Peanut Gallery. Thank you.
I'm I'm Gerald.
What's up, everybody? This is George.
Hey there, my name is Devin Block.
What's up, guys? I'm Cisco.
Hey guys, this is Sam Magmumi.
I'm Alex Anderson out of Arizona.
Hey, I'm Dennis. Everyone just calls me DJ.
Sound 370Z, 2JZ powered.
But 370Z, pretty much it's naturally aspirated. It's literally stock. So we're out here with just an up rev tune. Completely stock.
This is my 91 240SX. Car is supercharged 5.3 LS.
412 Motorsport E30, running a BMW S52 engine as a power plant.
Mostly stock C6 Corvette. It's like even stock airbox, stock exhaust. Pretty much just safety requirement stuff, and then like a front angle kit, FTF, and then coilovers. I'm feeling pretty good. I think that if we can just get a little more angle and kind of dial in where I got to at the end of practice yesterday, that I think we'll do really well.
Yesterday was good. Today is not good.
Yeah, I'd say I'm having the hardest part for me with getting used to was after the entry coming towards the beach, the first outer zone.
Today, we got the car dialed in. I'm hitting the zones, so we should be setting ourselves up for a good qualifying point score.
Car's not an issue. I got into my own head today.
I'm Chris Ewell. I'm a Formula Drift judge. We're out here at Drift League for their shootout up here at Balcony. It's a pretty technical track. Some of the drivers are struggling to get to the first and second outer zone out here, so that's really going to differentiate the field for qualifying especially. And I think it's going to be really interesting when they turn it up for top 16 competition. So I think it'll get pretty wild here coming into this wall, and it should be a pretty good show. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm judging style, and coming from the initiation through the power alley into that first outer zone, if you don't reach out to there, it's going to be a huge deduction. So I'm really keying in on that. I split the track up in half, basically. If you're not getting out here, you're not going to get good points for style. Oh, for sure. You know, that's what's interesting about Pro-Am is the discrepancy between the power levels of the cars. It gets pretty interesting, especially in the chase, and you really have to rely on your spotter to tell you what adjustments you need to make so you can maintain proximity without basically zeroing out or making a mistake because your car is much faster than the lead car. Well, like I said earlier, the track is really technical, and I think most competitors are still trying to dial in their line. So that really could be an issue going into tandem. The guys just aren't really necessarily going to be comfortable. But you know, there's some drivers out here who you know are good tandem competitors. So maybe they just don't need that practice, and they're just still working on the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Today at the Drift League, the winner taking home $1,500 cash from the Status Racing, a Formula Drift license, and a customized Fit Energy steering wheel is Aaron Parker! Go for it!
Hey, hey!
Welcome, guys, to the very first Drift League
live stream.
Yeah, that's right. Just to introduce ourselves real quick, my name is Micah. I've been driving for quite some time, I think since 2010. Riley sitting next to me is Ancient. He's been driving for a
long time. I think 03, 04 is when I started. I won my first event here at Balcony, and now today we're actually in the safety of an air-conditioned trailer.
It is beautiful in here.
Yeah.
Outside, not so much. It's extremely hot outside. Not that hot. There's a good breeze.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good day. We're going to jump straight into qualifying. I'm excited.
Should be good. There's we were able to watch some practice earlier, and the practice was a lot of talented drivers out there. Some guys still figuring it out.
Yes.
But at least we got a decent breeze. So the guys that are chonging up the tire smoke, hopefully the chase cars will be a little bit easier to follow where they're going.
Yes.
So, but yeah, we're happy to be back.
We're stoked.
Everyone's here trying to get their license, right?
Everybody, yes. So today, the way that this competition works, in the past, what it used to be is that the top 3 drivers would get their license and move into Formula Drift or be qualified now to jump into Pro Spec or what used to be Pro 2.
Mm-hmm.
Today, what we're doing is one driver takes all.
Gotcha.
One guy gets his license.
3 rounds.
3 rounds.
Yep.
One guy is going to get his license.
Yep. So what's your opinion on, after driving in Pro Spec yourself, what's something that drivers don't realize going in? Even though you get your license, yay, hurrah, I'm licensed, right? What's the one thing people forget about?
Yeah, I feel like everybody beats a dead horse when they talk about finances. So, obviously, finances are completely overlooked. The other thing that you have to realize is that, I was having a conversation with Rome, which is one of our judges today, and the other thing you got to realize is that you are now jumping into a field with the top 40 drift car drivers essentially in the world. You're competing in the top of the top of the top. So everybody that you're going against, it's no longer like, well, this guy's inconsistent, that guy's inconsistent. There's still some of those that exist in FD.
It's a bunch of hammers, and everybody's a nail.
Everybody's good. Everybody's fast.
Yep.
So taking a look at the track today, we're here at Willow Springs International Raceway. This is the Balcony. Riley, you've won here.
Yeah. In 2005, I did my first drift event here, and it was 2 turns.
2 turns?
2 turns. I had a 240 with an open differential, and got lucky.
Man, the sport
from a street drifter to a 2005 track winner. Woo! And now look at the sport.
The sport has progressed.
There was no cut knuckles. We didn't even have tie rod spacers.
Yeah.
I had KYB springs and shocks, and you were just going.
Goodness gracious! So. In 2019, I was here competing in another series, old series, Top Drift.
Yeah.
And I actually won on this track as well.
Shout out to Charlie and the gang.
Yeah, those guys are great. Awesome series. We've done a lot of paving for the drift community, and it's really inspired a lot of us to get to where we are today.
Yeah, that's what it's about. So we want to thank our sponsors too that helped us make this happen again. We took a little bit of a hiatus. Advanced Clutch Technology, the official clutch of the Drift League. We also got Tuner Fam. So shout out to those guys. Thank you. Make sure you visit tunerfan.com or connect on social media at tuner_fan. Status Racing.
Yeah,
these
the best
great
seats in
here.
the game.
Right? Appreciate you guys. They've been a steadfast supporter of us. Speed Strap as well, and that's going to be part of the giveaways.
Yeah, taking a look today. Here is what the track looks like. You'll see on the left of your screen you have the start line, which is going to be an interesting start because you're on a curve. One of the big things you don't want to do is get ran away from. And then coming down that long straight, You're going to have a couple of 3-2-1 cones and then your first outer zone. The interesting thing about this outer zone is that it actually does look and feel a lot like that after talking to the drivers, that it is a kind of really sharp corner coming out of there, and then you jump instantly into outer zone 2, going around the greenhouse up against the K-rails, into outer zone 3 against another K-rail, and then going all the way around into outer zone 4, doing a little bit of a chicane, and then across the finish. Now this track, I think, looks really good for the sake of tandem driving.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the challenging part for a lot of people is going to be coming out of outer zone 1 into 2. Just watching practice a bit, a lot of drivers, you know, you're carrying so much speed into outer zone 1. Some people are struggling to get into that zone completely. And then when you come into 2, you kind of huck the car back and throw some big angle. And a lot of people, you know, in the chase, it could create some contact.
Yeah, especially from outer zone 2 to outer zone 3, what you're going to be looking for drivers to do is manage the angle. If you throw too much angle coming into 2, you slow down too much, and then you're having to dial it back out into 3. If you can come into it with a decent amount of angle and kind of unwind and wind back into the angle, you can get from 2 to 3 with ease. And then jumping into 4, what do you think, Rye?
4 is going to be, you know, the icing on the cake. It shouldn't be too bad. Everyone looks like they're dialed in at that point. So it's a good course layout. Looks very fun to drive. Wish we were driving.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be interesting in the tandem aspect of it. Like I said, through those 1, 2, and 3 zones, it could get dicey.
So here's what the judges are looking for. They're going to look for a nice, fast, high-speed committed entry, snap to angle, get to that angle, stay in the angle, and be smooth through it. And then you're going to look through those transitions from 1 to 2. Again, a nice, snappy one, not over rotating the car and then not under rotating the car and doing this long, slouchy transition. And then that, again, that angle balance from 2 to 3, and then a good snappy transition back into 4. Now, something to note is when it comes to competition drifting, the biggest problem that we face is that the judges can only see so much.
Yep.
And so in this layout, you want to explain to the guys where the judges are sitting?
So the judges are sitting up top above that entry run-up, up on the hill. It's kind of hard to tell it's a hill, but they're up probably 50, 100 feet up on a hill looking down. Great vantage point, but again, you know, with all things drifting, you know, sometimes as a judge, I've judged and currently judge another series that runs out here in SoCal. It's difficult, you know, and when you're judging based on Formula D and try and get these guys ready, you want to be firm to that so they have an expectation going into it.
Right.
But you also have the mix of a wide variety of cars, driver skill levels, and power. You know, driver skill level, in my opinion, it's not the biggest factor because if you're paying money to be here, you know what you're coming to get into, right?
Right. You signed up.
Yeah, you signed up. So it's just something to keep in mind. Here's a live overview of the course layout and kind of what we're looking at here. So
yeah, you can see the boys painting the line, and just there, which it would be the north side of the track, which is the top of your screen. Just up the top of outer zone 1 is where those judges are seated. And so with that perspective, outer zone 2 is going to be kind of difficult to see. On the bottom end of your screen, you see the big green box. You can't really tell it's green, but it's green. And going around that house, the judges really cannot see how deep you are into that wall. And so from certain angles, we'll be able to see cars on the wall. Some guys have been risking it in practice, and we kind of went and talked to them and said, hey, you really don't need to wad the car up in this wall. The judges can't see it. But key points where the judges are really going to be able to see. Outer zone 1, the initiation, they can see it perfectly clear. OZ2, you'll see a little bit. Around the green box, you'll see nothing. And then as you go into OZ3, outer zone 3, right there where all the bleachers are, coming up against those K-rails, the judges almost have a straight shot line of sight, and they can really see how deep the cars are into that wall. So as they carry that around that beach there is what we call it at the end of outer zone 3. The judges are going to be able to see that crystal clear. So the driver's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and I think the key, you know, at any of these events, whether you're a SoCal feeder series, a fun series, the key to these guys winning today is being consistent.
Absolutely.
A lot of people get into the mental headspace and they beat themselves.
Yes.
It's not a car problem. It's not a driver skill problem.
No.
They overanalyze the mistakes they're making because they want to be perfect, and that's the right mindset to have going into FD. You want to be perfect when you're there, right? You want to give 100%, so you're in the show.
Absolutely.
But at these levels, again, back to the variety of cars, skill levels, all these other things. It's
Budgets,
very,
so many different things.
Yeah, it's very important just to be consistent, drive your runs the way you need to, and there's a good chance that you're going to advance on without having issues. It's when you start changing things up and getting in that mental headspace of freaking out, it creates those issues.
Yeah, you really don't want to beat yourself.
Yeah.
You don't. There's a couple ways you really don't want to lose, right? I don't want to make a mistake and take myself out, and I don't want my car to mechanically break.
Yeah. And it's got to survive, Yeah. A lot of people tend to run, they'll run practice, they qualify, and then they have a DNF or a DNS, because they break something. That's the violence of drifting on cars, no matter how professionally built they are.
It's
things
rough.
break. Things break, man.
I honestly have not found anything outside of drifting beside rally where the car takes as much abuse.
Yeah.
I really haven't found anything.
Maybe a rental car. Rental cars take a lot of
Enterprise.
Yeah.
Enterprise cars.
Yeah. Don't buy an Enterprise or a Hertz rental car because what's the ultimate off-road car? A rental car. What's the best drag car? A rental car.
It's somebody else's car.
Yeah. You want to take off some sweet jumps? Rental car.
I hear you there. I mean, dude, I can't deny it.
Yeah.
I can't
How
deny
many times
it.
have you abused a rental car?
I will not incriminate myself on live stream.
Okay,
sorry.
perfect.
But
FBI, we got him.
Dude, I'm stoked. We're glad that you guys are joining us here live today. This is mine and Riley's first time doing something like this. So hopefully we keep you guys entertained, and hopefully you guys are stoked on the live stream.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with my hands. It's a first hurrah. Normally I'm a judge.
Just don't put them on me.
Yeah.
Don't.
No more tears, only dreams.
Yeah, no more locked doors. Listen, if you guys are enjoying this, do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share this as well with your friends. We're going to be here all day. We're live streaming the competition. It's going to be a heated one. There's a lot of pressure on the line, and I think that a lot of people don't realize how much pressure is on the line.
Yeah.
Although this is more of a grassroots competition style, right? It's more of a pro-am style. It's not the pros yet. People are still dumping life savings into this.
Yeah.
Like somebody out there definitely told their parents, "I'm not going to college," and went out and bought a
I'm
drift
going to be
car.
a drifter.
Yeah, which like, listen.
And their parents just said,
"Oh no,
you're going to be homeless." No, not that kind.
no. Yeah, it's like what you told your parents and what they heard.
Yeah.
Listen, this is a dream worth chasing. You got one life, you might as well live it.
Yeah, go broke.
Chase after your dream. Why not?
Yeah, go broke.
What else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Buy a house?
Be responsible.
Financial stability?
Yeah. Who needs
that?
that?
Sounds boring, dude.
Yeah. Exactly.
Boring.
Yeah.
So listen, again, we thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah.
What do you got, Riley?
I want to shout out some more sponsors
that
are helping
more partners we got.
That are helping us do this. We got Kind of Fit, Kind of Fat apparel. So join the brand, join the message, join the movement. Daily Visual, shout out to you guys. Thank you, Daily Visual. Wrapping the world, one vehicle at a time. Our technical partners, Vitour Tires. Thank you to Vitour Tires for supplying tires to our drivers. Visit VitourMotorsports.com for more info.
Yeah.
Enjoy the Goods Tire Service.
My favorite.
Yep. Thank you to Enjoy the Goods for being a tire service provider here today. And make sure you guys book them. Shout out to Andy and Andy.
Yeah, Andy and Andrew, man. Good guys, best guys. I mean, talk about people who have really just been willing to dedicate themselves to this.
Yeah, day one, man. They've been in drifting day one. And then, of course, to our live stream partners. We couldn't do this out in the middle of the desert in the blistering heat without our guys over at LADBX.
Yes.
So they provided the stream today, so big thank you to them. I'm sitting in an AC at Willow Springs, which is amazing. So I can't say that enough.
Yeah, when we got hit up to come to this and they said they were going to do a live stream, I was like, oh, cool, somebody's going to film us with their iPhone live on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then we showed up and I'm like, this is a whole production. This is amazing.
Yeah, these guys are awesome. The guys and gals here. We are looking at the comments there, so if you guys want to give a shout out, we'll try and keep an eye on that stuff as we get going. Houses are overpriced. Drifting is way more fun. That's true. You can't race a house or drift a house.
You can sleep in a car.
You can sleep in a car. That's right. Yeah, someone else pointed that out. I would trade my house to go drifting every day. That's a big commitment.
That's a big one, yeah.
Yeah.
Drifting every day?
Every day?
Every day is a lot.
You can buy Willow Springs. It is for sale right now.
It is for sale.
Yeah.
That's right. Sell your house, buy Willow Springs, then you have a place to live and a place to drift.
Yep.
There you go.
And some AC, maybe. Maybe you got AC here.
I don't know.
I don't know if
I
it
wouldn't
works.
be so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't lean into that one too heavy.
Yep. Don't forget, guys, you guys that are hanging out in the live stream, we got some giveaways today. So we'll be doing giveaways. Make sure that you guys go on and register. Don't mind me. I'm just reading my notes right here. Visit thedriftleague.com/giveaway. Make sure you register. We got an updated deal, and we'll be calling you guys out. A bunch of good giveaways today. ACT's got some discount codes.
Yeah.
Status got some seats. We got some speed straps, which are tie downs, for your vehicle.
Yeah, for those of you looking around those extra wheels and tires or just extra junk in the trunk.
Yeah.
Speed straps got you covered.
Yeah. So, again, everybody that's registered here to drive and showed up to drive, they have to pass tech. So that tech standard is up to Formula D. We want to make sure that the vehicles, again, this is all prepping people to be successful moving forward, so they show up to FD without an I don't know, because that won't fly. And you're going to spend a lot of money to get to even Long Beach, even a local event, right? All the time and consideration that goes into prepping. It's so much more than that, You're going into the big leagues.
There's a lot going on out there. You got to follow the rules. I'm the worst person to say that. I am a rule breaker at heart. True American, rebellious.
Rebellious.
But the rules do apply.
Yeah.
So here we go. We're looking at a live feed here right above the track. You got TJ down at the bottom of the screen, warming up the tires, and we got a man on the line getting ready. We're headed into qualifying. Let's look at this first driver.
Real quick, the judges for today, we got OG Taka.
Yes.
Ayano.
The man.
We got Rome, as Micah pointed out earlier.
Yes, Rome is here as well.
Yeah, he got licensed through the Drift League.
Yep.
And then we also have Josh Stewart, who's now a Pro-Spec driver based out of Vegas, and he is also a past Drift League driver.
Yes, it is refreshing to see judges that are drivers. I know we've even seen FD take a step in that direction, which I believe is the right direction.
Yeah, so appreciate you guys tuning in with us. Definitely support the channel. Make sure you subscribe. Shout out your driver you're going for. Give us your fantasy podium for this event. We want to see that stuff in the comments. It's good to get your opinions on it.
Yeah, I mean, who are the drivers you think to look at today?
I mean, we got Carson that you can see there in the green E90. Is that an E90?
E92.
E92, my bad.
Two-door. Yep.
Two-door.
Yeah, BMW, their chassis codes.
Yeah. We got TJ Hunt. TJ's been putting in a lot of work, getting a lot of seat time at a lot of events all over the place.
Yes, definitely.
And he's definitely paying his dues. We got Zach. How do you say his last name?
Dude, I don't know.
McGillivray?
I have known Zach since like 2013.
I just know him as Z-Jack.
Yeah, Z-Jack.
Yeah, so Z-Jack, these guys were looking real good out in practice today. And everybody else was looking pretty solid. Like I said, you're just splitting hairs, trying to fine-tune the course layout and get it right.
Yeah, absolutely. The other big thing you're going to be looking at is watching guys get into their own head.
Yeah.
This is a big thing.
Yep.
A lot of these guys we were watching in practice, and a bunch of them are shredding.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get into qualifying, and you might see some of that go away because they just can't handle the pressure.
Yep.
It's a tough game. Most of this, Riley, we were talking earlier to a driver, and you brought up the idea of that, like, look, you've put in a ton of time. You've become an amazing driver. And at this point, it's no longer about just your ability to drive. It's just a mental game.
Yeah.
It's like you're already locked in. This track, this course, it's not a big, scary one. It's not tough. It's not super high speed. It's more technical. Then as long as you got that technical aspect locked in, you should be fine on the driving side. But when it comes to the mental games, again, a lot of stuff is on the line here for a lot of people.
Yep.
All that hits you.
Yep.
It kind of starts to hit you. I think
you psych yourself out. You
100%.
you question your car if your car was giving you issues earlier in practice. You're not sure you have 100% ready rig.
Right.
So those things all play into that mental state as a driver of and that's where your team comes in, right? It's cool to go to the track with your boys, but if you have a solid support program behind you where as a driver you know that your car is going to be fixed
Yep.
and done and ready to rock, and it's going to be the best car that you can have at that moment, that alleviates some of that pressure, right? When you're out of the car doing your own tire changes, that stuff adds up. You know, changing tires isn't a big deal, right? But as a driver, you're like, okay, unstrap, I got my next battle, got to get out, change my tires.
Doing all this in a onesie.
Yeah.
On top of that, in the heat.
In a hot onesie.
In a hot onesie, dude.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy out there, man. And look, a lot of drivers too as well. Another problem that they'll face is that you'll go into practice and you'll spend some time doing the same thing over and over, and then maybe a spotter or a judge gives you a pointer or a tip or something, and then they go into qualifying and they change it.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, they're not doing good at all.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we talked to a couple drivers before this, and one of the big things we were saying is like, hey, you're already locked in. You're looking good out there.
Yeah.
Don't change anything.
Yeah. Don't overanalyze it.
No.
The goal today is just to be consistent.
It's very, yes.
And run your run, right? Leave it up to the other guy to make the errors, you know, in the chase.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Absolutely. There's this at this level. There's a lot of mistakes being made, a lot of things like that. How did you, as a driver going in competition, how did you calm your nerves? How did you collect yourself?
I'm gonna date myself a little bit again. Yeah. 09, they did a D1 driver search.
Yeah.
And at that point, you know, it comes with maturity, I think.
Okay.
When you're young and you're excited about drifting, like all you think about is drifting, right? You'd sell your house to go drifting every
100%.
day. So I didn't do a very good job about that. Like, I was just so excited to be there. I guess that was a good thing because I wasn't overanalyzing. I was just pumped to drive, right?
Yeah.
But the level of drifting wasn't the same, right? Like, I mean, D1 GP, when they did their invitational at Anaheim, that's like when Forrest Wang came onto the scene. You know, we had all these guys that just kind of came out to battle the Japanese dudes.
Yeah.
And, you know, so the level of driving, though, that was like, oh, man, these are like the icons.
Right.
The legends of drifting,
right? These are the guys from the foreign land that you heard about.
Yeah, but moving forward, you know, just seat time is key. The more you drive, the more normal it becomes, right? Muscle memory. Doesn't matter who you're going against. You get in that kind of that Zen mindset where you're just dialed, and it's just another lap. It's not a competition, it's a lap. And that's how you have to look at it. Like, I'm here doing a lap.
Yeah, it's like an exposure therapy.
Yep.
The more you're exposed to it, the more you can handle it and deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to have to just sing Chris Stapleton at the top of my lungs into my headset. My whole team would listen to me sing Chris Stapleton to them.
That's
and
terrible.
They were like, this guy.
How did that work out?
Great.
Yeah?
Great, I won. I won. Yeah, dude.
Was this karaoke?
I mean, listen, one of my guilty pleasures is American Idol. I love American Idol. So
I bet it is.
Why? You're not surprised, right?
No.
You're not surprised.
No, not surprised.
Yeah. This year's competition was actually pretty good in American Idol.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't have cable.
Yeah,
so.
It was pretty good. But the guy I thought that was going to win got third. He got third.
So you're not good at predicting. Not good at judging.
Well, they didn't even want him in the very beginning. That's a cool story about him. I know we're talking about something completely different. But they didn't want him. They didn't want him. It was funny. They told him to go away. And then Luke Bryan was the only one who wanted him. He's like, I saw something in that, boy. And everybody else is like, get out of here. And then Katy Perry's like personal assistant or whatever comes from the corner. She's like, what's wrong with you? Yeah. And they're like, what do you mean? And they're like, he was good. And then they got all of the production behind the scenes. They were like, what do you guys think? They're like, he was amazing. Everybody was like, what the hell's wrong with the judges? So they brought him back in and they let him in.
I feel like that's how Formula D is on the live stream now. Like, it's just the live stream screaming at the judges.
Just everybody yelling.
But the judges aren't watching the comments for that reason, probably. Yeah. Because it would just be anarchy.
Do not pay attention, dude.
Yeah.
Do not pay attention. What are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing today? We're glad you're tuned in with us.
Valley Drifter's asking, what's the car count? I think there was a total of 14 or 15, maybe more, and we had some mechanicals.
Yeah, so I think the field is going to be a solid 14 drivers today. So the top 2 drivers, if I understand this correctly, are going to be getting buy runs. Now,
Byron strikes again. That guy's got the most wins in drifting history.
Byron has eaten cars alive.
Yeah, he has. He can sneak up on you. He's not even there, and he wins.
He's not even there. And he wins.
Shout out to you guys out there. Blake Bass, Greg. Schaefer's in the building. What's up? Buy a crate motor already. Stop playing with the 5.3 thing. Nick. What up, Nick?
How's it going?
Here's Jake Fleming. Wow, that's a great picture, might I say. You like that picture?
That's a beautiful photo. That is a beautiful man. Jake Fleming pulling to the line. Here comes his first qualifying run straight down the straightaway.
Yeah.
Switch cameras here.
Yeah, I need to get some camera switches.
There it is. Filling outer zone 1 with a little bit of a park there at the end.
So that transition right there is a little awkward, like we were talking about earlier. Looks like he's getting in that zone and then kind of dip in and out of it. What do we got here? That thing's a E36 with a JZ.
Yeah, Jake. Not a bad run. We're watching a little bit of in and out on the zones, which is kind of unfortunate, especially those important ones. But this is, you just watched Jake Fleming. He's in a 95 BMW E36 M3. And it looks like it's boosted.
All right.
So that's pretty rad. That's not a super common build you're seeing.
So it's the factory motor turbo?
Yep, that's what it says here.
Okay, sick. Keeping it original. I like it.
Yeah, the S50, I believe it's an S52. Nope, that'd be an S50, I believe, in a 95.
Okay.
So it's pre-OBD2, so an S50 turbo is what I would assume is in that car.
Yeah.
And look, it's not a very common build, but they're becoming a lot more popular out here. You're seeing guys like even Rome is picking up one of those. You guys are actually...
Yeah.
You guys just built an M50?
Yeah, M50 turbo.
M50 turbo. So it's becoming more and more popular.
Yeah, super popular. And what's the new hotness? The S92, or am I wrong in that? What's the you gotta move the engine upright. It's still a BMW engine, but in order to fit it, I can't think of, maybe it is
I'm not
S52.
sure which one you're doing. Maybe it's S52. I've seen a couple guys stand that up. I think
VAC Motorsports. Yeah, Sam
has his stood up.
Yeah,
it's an S52.
Okay. Yeah, I think sick.
Yeah,
and it sounds amazing. Yeah, big fan.
Sounds insane. All right, it looks like we're going to our next driver here. Car number 8. His name is Hector. Hector.
The director?
Hector the director. Hector Nunez coming out. He's got a red, I believe, S14. Nope. It's an S13. 95. We'll be looking at him here in a second on the screen.
Shout out to Luke. I see you in the chat.
Luke.
You're hanging out with us while you're working.
Luke. So Hector doesn't have a super long history of driving, but he's been driving for about 3 years.
3 years? Okay.
3 years. A lot you can learn in 3 years.
Well, nowadays too with sim, everybody's doing the sim thing, right? Like back in my day, I was self-taught. We used to go to street racing was still popular, so we'd go and hit the industrial areas like out in Ontario. Shout out the boys from Wineville. And street racing was big, and the cops would pull up, and we'd be trying to do donuts, and they're like, "What are you guys doing?" "We're drifting," and they're like, "All right, don't crash into the building, and if anyone calls, we're gonna arrest you."
That was.
And then they go bust the street racers.
Yeah,
we're like taking cardboard boxes out of the trash and trying to make a course.
Yeah.
You know, like just a bunch of idiots.
All the time.
We didn't know what we were doing. Neither did the cops at that time, which was cool because we didn't get any reckless driving tickets.
Yeah, I drove. We had a parking lot, which actually I got arrested at the last time we went.
Oh,
that was
convicted felon. Cool.
Yeah. Maybe.
Second one I'll vote for.
At least a couple. Actually, Rathina, the girl who hosts this whole thing, who puts this whole event together, was there the night that I got arrested. It was pretty cool. But we used to drift in industrial parking lots also, and they said the same thing to us. Like, don't kill yourself and don't kill anybody else.
Yeah.
If somebody calls about noise, we'll have to come back and kick you out. But guys, be safe. We're like, hey, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
It used to be a different world back in the day.
Yeah. Now it's a bunch of sideshow takeovers. Don't support those guys, man. Get on the track. Yeah. It's so cheap to go to the track and have fun days. There's so many tracks, especially out here in Cali. They're trying to close them down, so if someone's interested in the live stream, if you're rich, buy Willow Springs. That'd be cool.
Yeah, you have things now. There's so much access to different tracks and all of that, so there's really, it's tough. And here comes the graphic right now. We're going to look at the score of Jake Fleming with a 42.
42.
Not a bad start. It's
the hard part is when you're judging to get people ready for FD, you're judging pretty harsh.
You gotta be harsh.
And it sucks because then you see scores where you're like, oh, I felt that was a 60 at least, right? But again, you got to remember in the case of the Drift League and what they're trying to do with this is get people ready. You need to pursue perfection.
Yes, I like that.
So that way, you're always moving up. You know?
Right.
And so don't take it to heart if you get a 42. It's important to just keep grinding.
Yeah, look, learn from
keep
it.
Pushing. Yeah.
Learn from it, grow from it, figure out what your mistakes were. Don't do them again.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
We've
What's
all
up?
been there.
What's up, little Weeby? Giving you
sure.
a shout in the chat. Dustin Farrell.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, saying hello. What do we got? Daily 30. Hello. Miguel, what's up? Powers Drift. Is that Mike Powers or Matt Powers?
Is that Mike? Is that the Mike Powers? Let's see.
Yeah, take a look. All right.
Mike. Okay, here we go. We got Hector
Nunez.
Hector Nunez, number
McFarland,
8.
California, driving a 240. And he's got a stealth car.
Stealth car, there it is.
You see it?
It is in cloaked mode.
Yeah. So this is going to be a 100-point run, I think.
100-point run. Here comes Byron.
Yeah.
Is this Byron?
I hope it's not.
Yeah, Hector will be pulling up to the line. They'll release him. And then he'll come up to this line and he'll get ready to throw down one of 2 runs. The way that this works is that each driver gets 2 qualifying runs. And so there's different strategies to approach this. There is the strategy of Watt, which is wide open throttle and just pray to God. Hold down the gas pedal and pray. And then there's a couple different strategic ways to go about this. You could even come into it and throw a really aggressive first run and then pull back for your second run, or you can kind of hold back on your second one and throw a crazy second run. Wait, did I just say that right? Sorry. I'm confusing myself. You go hard, then you get soft, or you get soft and go hard. Take it easy. You know what I'm saying, brother?
Yeah. Brother.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
How did you ever have a strategy?
No, again, I was an idiot, so I would just go.
That's a good one.
Like, I'd hype myself up, probably way too much.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's kind of, think of it as like the old Denofa days where he would just like...
God, I loved it.
Checkers or wreckers.
God, I loved it.
Right? But, yeah, no real strategy. No common sense in this thing. I just love the drive.
No strat.
Yep. All right.
Here we go.
Mr. Nunez.
Hector Nunez, not very deep there in outer zone 3. Let's look at this transition from there. Not in it at all, really. And then there he goes into Z4. Starts off in it, exits, and doesn't really feel it. I think not seeing the first run, we might be somewhere around there in those 40s again.
Yeah. Here's the replay since we missed that first part. Sorry about that, guys.
So nice little feint initiation into it. Misses outer zone 1 completely. Then jumps into 2, kind of dips into it, holds good angle he's managing, and then going into OZ3 isn't in it, and the judges can really see that. That's a real big spot to lose.
So,
points.
you know, in the world of drifting, right, like if you were driving with your boys, no one would be like, oh, you missed all the zones, dog.
No.
Right? Like,
you'd be like, dude, smooth run.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, you made it through, you weren't slow, you didn't park it, nothing silly, right? But on that level of getting graded and judged with the idea to go to FD,
right,
that's not good enough.
It's not good enough.
You know, and that's the hard part. Like, and that's where that seat time comes in, and the more you can drive, whether it's a full level race car or a missile car.
Yes.
Like, seat time is key on just knowing exactly what your car is doing at all times.
You really got to get that seat time in, boys. We cannot stress it enough. But it's going to seem a little harsh, but such is life. Again, the cool thing is that there's only 14 drivers making it to the line, which means that as long as you don't double zero, you're in the show.
Yeah, so that takes away some of the edge of that stress,
just
right?
Just a little bit.
Right, like, hey, I just need to make it. Even if I get a 2, I'm in.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So everybody gets a participation trophy into top 16. And, yeah, we may not have buy runs at that point. It's TBD. I'm not good at math, and my math ain't mathin', so we'll see how that pans out.
So here comes the score here for Hector, and it looks like a 27.
27.
Yeah, so missing that outer zone 3 in front of the judges is going to be huge. If you miss outer zone 1 and then you miss 3
and 2.
Well, he missed 2 as well.
Yeah, he's kind of in and out of 2.
But specifically, outer zone 1 and 3 are the ones that the judges can see.
Yeah. Yeah, you're pretty... Unfortunately, with drifting, you know, being a judge sport and myself judging, like, the fun events are great because I prefer to watch drifting as the run happens and just what I see with my eyes, and that's what I want to see. I want to see sick, exciting driving.
Right.
Now, when you bring it to this level of pro spec, you're watching every little mistake, and you're grading people so hard, and then of course no one's ever happy, right? You know, I don't know why I keep going back to judging because everyone's always mad at you. Someone's mad at you.
Everybody's
right? You've been mad at me.
personally-
You've been mad at me before
Yeah,
too.
you're the blindest judge I've ever had.
Yeah. I'm like Stevie Wonder with a lightsaber in the dark, just swinging
like,
away.
Dude, you're like the three blind mice, but you're all three of them put together in one.
What's the guy from Pep Boys? Shout out Pep Boys. Sponsor us.
Pete, Petter, and Pip. I don't know.
Don't sponsor us. We don't know.
We don't know you. Sorry.
No, sorry.
Get in the zone, boys.
Yeah.
Listen, yeah, the judges are going to be hated. The one really good thing out there is that you have a couple of seasoned drivers, and Taka is one of those guys that, man, I'm so glad I was under his scrutiny and judging, because what it did was it really elevated my expectations of drifting.
Yeah.
It made me watch my front wheels when I was doing my front wheels.
Made you paranoid.
It made me paranoid, man. So check this out. We got Dino Child coming up next.
Based out of Vegas.
13,
This guy's got a bunch of awesome cars, does a lot of great things, and a big supporter in drifting. Just a genuinely cool cat, too. So love to see people out here. So let's see what he's going to put together.
Here he goes, this beautiful S15. Coming into turn one.
So a straight line
subtle.
approach. Straight line approach. Unfortunately, not getting into outer zone one. Looks like he's touching two a little bit. Into three.
We're watching him get in outer zone there. This is the latter half of it. Then jumps into outer zone 4. It's kind of a wonky corner.
I think
he cleans that up. Looks pretty good.
I think that'll move to our number one qualifier so far. That was a pretty decent run.
Yes.
No shade at the other guys, but kind of hit the marks a little more aggressively. Was in some of the zones a little better.
Yeah, I mean, look
other
at it.
than one.
Misses one, which is the unfortunate part. That messes him up for 2 as well. He gets in the later half of 2, and then coming into 3, he's in it most of the way. Not as deep as the judges would like to see, but he's in there. And then going into 4 in the beginning and then the end of it, kind of washing a little wide there, dropping the tire into the dirt.
What do you think? What do you think he's going to get?
I mean,
I'm going to say a 51.
Yeah, I would start to move up the numbers for sure. Like you said, that being a number 1 run, the highest score we've seen so far was a 45, I believe, right? So, yeah, I mean, I just got the score in my ear, so now I don't want to. I don't want to guess anymore. But it's I was a little bit higher. I was a little bit higher than what's coming.
You would have gave him a higher score, you think?
Yeah, this is the hard part about judging, is that you don't want to be relative to the other drivers, but you almost have to take it into consideration.
Well, you're watching it. The problem with solo runs, right? And that's what I think we saw in FD and previous before the new judging format, is that you'd see a run and you'd be like, man, that was a 90-point run. And then the next guy runs and you're like, that was a 90-point run. And then you're like, oh, did I mess up? Right? Because especially at that level, like there's just so many hammers.
It's not an easy job.
Yeah, it's very undervalued, and it's also a nightmare to do, I will say.
Yeah, over-abused, undervalued.
All right, we got some fan scores coming in from the live stream.
Yeah, what do you guys think? What do you guys got
Greg
coming
saying 55. We got Daily 30, 47.
Well, guess no more. There it is.
49.
A 49. So,
all right.
Dino jumping into our number 1 spot as of right now with a 49. And you're seeing how big of those deductions are that the judges are doing. Now, in the driver's meeting, I'm sure that the judges, if Taka does anything like he's always done, like every single time I've ever been in a driver's meeting with him, he talks about the zones and the points that they are worth. And then the deduction of those. So if you miss this spot, it's 10 points off. And so you start off with 100 points, and it just gets deducted as you miss.
And I feel like every judge judges differently, right? You got the guys that are super on the ball. Yeah, we'll jump back to that. Coming up next, everyone's second, third favorite YouTuber, I think, next to Micah Diaz.
A very popular. Yeah, I'm not on
DJ Hunt.
DJ Hunt. This is kind of cool, man. Like, to see these guys. I know they catch a lot of flack being these internet guys, but man, This is the car that TJ started driving in, and now seeing it being built to what looks like a pro spec level.
Yeah, look at that initiation. I like the big flick.
Nice flick. And getting into the zone. Now he walks it out. What the judges are going to deem that, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if they'll call that a 0. But this dude's an absolute unit. He's a great dude. I know, there's a lot of naysayers out there with guys like LZ, TJ Hunt, and some other people that have built a career out of automotive stuff. But I wish I would have done it sooner.
Man, I wish I would have ignored a lot of advice I got early on and been like, I'm going to continue down this YouTube route.
Yeah, it makes sense. And especially if you're making money, you're not paying to go drive and have fun. It's not, why can you hate on somebody for building a business out of it? You can't.
Here comes this replay, man, with a ton of angle TJ throws in there, and with that power, he uses it to get out of that predicament. Now, if the judges are going to deem that a 0, if they're going to deem it a park.
Was it unchaseable?
Yes.
It was pretty much a stop.
It was pretty much unchaseable.
Right? It wasn't unchaseable. If you had somebody behind you, they may plow right into you.
So now this is where the pressure is going to dig in. If the judges deem this a 0, then what you're going to be seeing is a man on his last run, his last leg that he has to stand on. He's got one more opportunity.
Well,
to lock it in for the weekend.
With the amount of drivers we have, though, he's just got to get a score on the board.
Just get through the track.
Yeah, just get through the track, man. And we'll see what the judges deem that. Schaefer said, Riley always gives me 0s when I get in the zones. You don't get in any zone except auto zone, dog. Like, come on, man.
You've never been in Riley's zone, dude.
Yeah.
I've seen you. The chase would have definitely locked them up. Yes, that's a huge
shout out, A Cruz.
There,
miss you, buddy.
0.
Hopefully see you at the next round. Thank you all again for jumping on, for the first live stream. Make sure you promote it. Share it with your friends.
Well, there it is, a goose egg. That's unfortunate, but we've seen a lot of good things come from TJ during practice, and I'm counting on him getting down.
You never know. I mean, and that's the benefit of it, right? So he's got a second run. He could barely eke in and then end up on the podium.
Yeah. This is literally one portion.
Like 0 to hero.
This is one portion of the entire weekend. It's like, just get through this, put it behind you.
Yeah.
Moving forward on from there. So it looks like Devin Block is going to be pulling to the line. We'll get his card up here in a second. This is really cool, man, seeing this live stream and watching, seeing all the production. We rolled up.
Yeah.
There's 2 trailers here.
I know. This is amazing. This is way cool.
It's amazing.
AC works. There's fancy lights.
This is super cool, man.
They did hair and makeup today.
I am so stoked at the effort that has been put in by this team.
Yeah. No, the Drift League is really, putting the dollars to the pavement, so to speak.
Yes.
And so make sure you guys share it, support it, let people know on Instagram. Here we go with Devin Block.
Looks like he's already driving. The good thing is that we got the replay. So let's look at where we are now. Really deep there. That's beautiful. Up on the roll. Then the judges can't really see anything. In the zone, the smoke is definitely
that's the benefit when you start making that much smoke at certain angles. They can't see a lot of the corrections. You can't see what the front wheels are doing right. But with the production value that the Drift League's put in, those overhead shots, those are really the eye openers for the judges' standpoint. I think. I know I appreciate those replays because you can see a lot of things you miss.
And there it is. Outer zone 1 looked like he filled it well. I didn't get to see that beginning, but then into OZ2, great. Up on the wall, on the throttle, the smoke's coming out, going into outer zone 3. Not as deep as the judges would like, but he's in that zone and then rotating into outer zone 4 and kind of missing it completely, but carrying that momentum across the line.
All right, so let's see it in the comments. What are you guys guessing for that run?
What do you guys got? Now, there's a couple things to factor in here. We didn't get to see the initiation exactly. We're getting there. We're working on it. Again, new production. Got to work all the kinks out. But with that throttle commitment, you can hear it. Even in the trailer, you can hear him.
It's got the wow factor.
Definitely.
So we're seeing some 55s, some 50s, 53. Brandon Gardner with a 2.
2?
You sound like you're judging Micah.
You sound like you're Riley judging me.
Yeah.
That's just disrespectful.
Put some respect on his name.
Come on, man.
With a cool name like Block, too. I mean,
what a great name.
Yeah.
What a great name. Shout out to the Block family. They're down at the X Games right now doing the 43 Institute.
Yeah.
Their foundation's pretty rad, but they're getting down there at the X Games today. It's pretty sick.
Got some 35s.
35s, 56. Remember, there's Taka. If I know anything about Taka, it's that he likes throttle commitment. He
just wants the noise. Bring the noise.
He wants the noise. He wants to hear that skinny pedal getting pushed.
69.
16.
Nice. Brother, that's our new number one.
It's a family stream. This is a family stream.
What? I said nice. What's wrong with 69 being nice?
That's the way you said nice.
Nice.
It's not saying that. Yeah, see, like that.
Nice.
Don't say it like that.
Nice.
There it is.
Oh, nice score.
69, nice.
My bad.
This is awesome.
This is awesome.
All right, guys. It looks like we're going to have...
See, look, the fans agree. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, see?
Nice.
It's still family.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, that's my favorite number, bro.
69. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hey,
dude.
take it easy.
Sorry.
All right, we got, who's up next? Carson?
It looks like we got Carson Ruger coming up. That's a beautiful last name.
All right.
Beautiful last name. 33
Such a nice guy. He's 33, very tall.
Look at the jawline on that man.
I know. He uses those chew things to just build the jawline.
What's that, mewing? Is that what the kids are doing? Mewing
yeah, is that what all the cool kids do?
I don't know what it's called, dude. Something with the jawline, rubbing their skin back or something weird, dude.
Rubbing their skin back?
Yeah, that's what they're doing. I'm pretty sure. Here he goes.
I got my top back.
Here we go.
Here we go. Let's see. Beautiful car. Looks great. That is not Rome on track.
There it is. OZ one a little deep.
Now, I wonder what the judges are going to do if they're outside of the zone, too far.
A lot of angle. Locking in. Look at Carson just floating in that outer zone 3. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful setup. Going into OZ4. This is
nice.
awesome. Little left foot
great
break
run.
there. Looks
pretty good.
Now, one of the cool things about Carson is that he is actually one of Rome's crew guys.
Okay.
So he's been around the sport. He's been around the sport in a pro level, and it's starting to show. Check this out. This initiation going into outer zone.
Had a little
1.
bobble there in outer zone 1, it looked like.
Just a bit. A little bit of a slow transition from 1 to 2, but he fills 2 no problem. Into 3. Filling the entire zone. That's exactly what the judges want to see. This is going to be a good score going into 4.
I think overall this is so far the run of the day.
This is definitely
looking like the man to beat so far in qualifying.
Yes.
We got some live stream scores coming in. Got an 80, 79, 60, a 62.
80. I'm going to go up there in the 80s. I'm going to say that was pretty damn
That run,
good.
I like it, Miguel. That run looks like a 59 plus 10 run for sure. You know what that equals?
Shut up. I'm so sick of you guys.
Nice. It equals nice.
It equals nice.
Oh, why did they give us microphones?
They shouldn't have, but listen.
Yeah, we're
when
here.
there's nobody else to get hired, we're the guys.
Yeah. If it's free, it's for me.
Yeah. So we'll have this score coming in here in a second. The judges have decided. Look at this. What are we looking at? Never mind. I thought it was the graphic.
We're looking at a green box. Yeah, we're looking at a green box. That box wasn't there when I drove it here.
I know people who have hit that box. Have you ever hit that box?
I have not hit that box, and I know Trevor Dowdall. Remember when he flipped over? I think he's a meme on the internet forever because he did the thumbs up out the window.
Yeah, which was like technically from his driver's seat was a thumbs down, but on the outside it was a thumbs up.
Reverse because he was upside down.
I remember that. That was when the balcony had hay bales.
Yeah.
Out there, and he caught a hay bale. Here's your score here for Carson.
72. Let's go. Good job,
That is a great
Carson.
Score. Now remember, that run that you just saw cleaned up a little bit is what these guys are going to be going up against in the Pro Spec class. Most drivers are going to be throwing down these high score, consistent runs.
Greg, I don't know what you mean by you guys have to be cooler than FD commentators, and they are pretty good. I don't know if that's an insult or a compliment.
I'm not sure. Here we go. Alex
Dearmon, driver number 49, based out of Vista, California, in a 350Z.
Yeah, he's coming in. He's got the pink and black car. He's been drifting for about 10 years.
Here we go. Here's the run-up.
In the last 2 years, he's been drifting competitively.
It looked like he was fighting the car a little bit earlier in practice. So let's see what he's got going on here. Nice paint entry.
Yeah, nice subtle. And blows OZ1 completely.
I think, unfortunately, that's going to be a 0 for him.
I'm pretty sure
I don't know if he's got car issues or just nerves. His entry looked a little wonky, just being late, real late. And it may be just trying to deem where that zone is. You know, we talked to a couple drivers. You know, we're not judges, just announcers, and they were bringing that up. Like, you know, I can't really see the zone. It's the edge of the track, bro.
It's the
just
edge of the track.
Don't go in the dirt.
Where the pavement meets the dirt. That's the zone.
Don't go into the dirt zone.
So really late. Oh, actually, it initiates between the 1 and 2 cone, and that
he's
gives
carrying a lot of speed and didn't slow the car down enough.
Yeah, I haven't known 350Zs to be very side-bite cars. I know we were talking to TJ a little bit earlier, too, and he was saying, I don't have a ton of side-bite in my 350Z, but I got a good amount of forward bite. Now, when we're talking about this, we're talking about side-bite. It means when the car is at angle, how much resistance is it getting back from the floor? And then forward bite being that when I'm on throttle, how much is the car pushing forward? So those two feelings that you're getting from the car is what they're talking about. So the side bite, he's saying, is kind of a low level, and you can kind of see it there as well, along with a late initiation and no angle in that initiation.
Yeah, you got to use one of those things, either your e-brake and brakes or some angle to slow that car down.
Yeah, definitely.
So unfortunately, a 0 on this one. He's still got a second shot. He's going to be able to get the second swing at it, make it work. And hopefully he'll come back and get a score on the board and get in the show.
Yeah, we're seeing a couple of goose eggs today, which is unfortunate. But, again, they still have one more run.
Just reading through your guys' chat here. I like interacting with you guys. You know, I watch the live streams myself. All right, next up, we got Z-Jack.
Z-Jack, Zach McGillivray.
That's his official picture when he was 12 years old. He's now.
Yeah, that's when I met him.
Yeah,
that's what he looked like when I met him in 2000. Whatever.
Facial hair at 12. Great dude. He was pretty well known early on, then kind of took a step back, and I think he started a family and doing his own thing, and now he's back in the game. So glad to see him back. Sometimes you got to do that, you know, take a step back.
Look, man, that chick in motocross and Disney Channel took a step back, went out in the woods, rode with her brother. Came back, dominated. Listen, it's real life. Disney doesn't lie.
Yeah, here we go. And what's this car got? Do you know? The VQ?
This is a VQ on nitrous. Oh, Zach with a beautiful entry. Wow. Just outside.
Little late coming out of that, or early coming out of that zone. A little late getting into that one.
Zach
Extra deep.
Nice and deep. Zach is eating up 2 wheels already in practice. OZ3 filled right in front of the judges. That's looking amazing. Nice and smooth there. Into OZ4 and then across.
Oh, shut it down. I don't know. Is that going to hurt him?
I don't know. Well, look at this replay and look at if he slid through the line. That's the big thing. Is the car sideways?
And can the judges see that?
I know that he was fighting his car and they were even questioning if he was going to get here. But check this out. Nice, beautiful entry. Misses OZ1. Again, if he's fighting the car, that's just going to be hard to get back in that comfort zone. But look at him locked in here. Along the wall, picks up some rubber there into OZ3. Right in front of the judges, nice and smooth through that, and then coming into outer zone 4, and check this out right here. Oh, and he slid it. It looks like it was sliding across the line, at least from the overhead view. That's going to be the only thing that would.
I think he'll get a score. I don't think it'll be a 0 based off of our little viewpoint. But I think it'll definitely ding his score pretty heavy, which is unfortunate. But he'll be in the show at least.
Yeah, that's a rough one. I don't think it's a 0 though.
You know, I was just thinking, anytime people say they're fighting the car, I think of old Street Fighter where like you could beat up the car. You just beat the car that's parked out there.
Yeah. I'm fighting my car.
Why is this guy beating up my car? You
walks
just walk
out
back.
of his pits with a mouth guard in.
Yeah.
Like, we're good now.
Yeah, I'm fighting the car.
And to beat it into submission.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it'd be like that though. You get super frustrated, and again, that all plays into the mental aspect, right? So we got some scores coming in: 0 out of 40, a 35.
Yeah, it looks like the judges are doing some judging out there, if you will, and it looks like they're actually coming up with a score. So I don't think it's going to be a 0. It's kind of sketchy there, dude. Coming across that line, and you're just like, all I gotta do is go 3 more feet.
You know what the worst part is?
Throw some angle into it real quick.
As a judge, you'll judge a run like that, and you'll give a score, and then someone else is gonna do something similar,
Yeah.
And then they get a 0, and then you're like, oh boy.
You're splitting hairs there at that finish line. Was the car sideways across the line? And from the replay, like just barely.
Yeah.
But sideways across the line.
Yep. That's the challenges, man.
It's tough, man. Being a judge isn't easy. It's not easy at all.
What if they had AI judges and they just put cameras everywhere?
I feel like they tried to do that in not AI, but like
they have the DOS box in D1, which I I like, but I don't like. Right, you're bringing the analytics into it, the math, and so I think it's an extra tool for the judges. I think overall drifting is based on style, right, and just the excitement of the run. The more exciting the run, the better the score.
Let's see, Zach. Oh, locking it in. They did deem that a 54.
He got a 54, so by the skin of his teeth, I think, with that last corner exit. But good job, Zach. You're in the show.
Got in. He just got in.
We got an honest question coming in while we're waiting. Next up is Jake Gonzalez from Encino, California. And I know he's in the process of building another car. This thing that he has now is pretty much a zombie car. So he's making it work with what he's got. And sometimes driving a poorly set up car and then getting into a proper car, it creates a whole hell of a driver because that driver is way more aggressive. That's why, starting out an underpower car, you have to learn to drive it. The shout out Corolla drivers, Abe and some of those other guys. You start out with a 4AG and no power steering and you're just hucking it. And then you put an SR in that thing and they're just animals. And you take someone out of that's only driven professional built cars and you put them in a stock car and they can't drift.
Not at all.
Yeah, I would almost want to see a spec series of like just pro drivers in Miatas.
In like Crown Vics.
Or Crown Vics. That's what Cletus should do. Shout out Cletus. Spec series of Crown Vic drift event.
Here we go, and getting aggressive.
Let's go, Jake. Decent entry there.
Oh, way
till
deep,
it wasn't.
Blows it. That's going to be a big 0. That's unfortunate.
I know he was having some car trouble earlier. They were popping vacuum lines and overboosting. And like I said, that car's a zombie car. He's building a new one, but as with anything else, it takes time and money. You got time, you ain't got money.
And if you got money, you probably don't got time.
Yeah. Yeah, bummer for Jake.
Yeah, that's an upsetting one, man. What a car. We were actually listening to this go through the pit, you and I, Riley, as we were walking through there, and it sounds beautiful. That non-VVTi 1J.
Jay-Z's just sound great.
They sound so good.
Yeah.
I'm so stoked to be joining the Jay-Z clan.
In no time, you'll be overheating like everybody else.
Dude, listen, if there's anything I'm not going to do, it's overheat, bro. I hate overheating cars.
Yeah. So what you got there, Greg? You said, do you guys think the analytics from NFL would work in FD or drifting? Oh, there we are with a goose egg, unfortunately for Jake, but he's got a second swing at it, so not a bad deal. Analytics, like when you watch an NFL game, you get all the stats and stuff from players. I think it would be super beneficial, right? And that's something that it'd be great to have access to. But there is a timeline too, especially with FD. I think in FD's case now being on live TV.
That's the hardest part.
That's the hardest part. That's why there's more commercials now because they're on a time schedule with live TV. So it's stuff that gets all factored in. As it continues to get bigger, there's more obstacles or more things you have to do to keep it going. So next up, Cameron Sorensen. Look at this kid. How old is he?
Cameron Sorensen, I believe he is
12?
13.
13?
I think he's 13. Let's see. He says, I've been racing since I was 5, competing in multiple events.
That was like 2 weeks ago, man. Look at that baby face.
And karting. Cool thing for the Sorensen family, Amanda actually just made history. This dude's big sister became the first female driver on a Formula Drift podium.
Dude, a great family too, by the way. Shout out to their pops. The whole fam is super nice and great. And
what a dad.
What a dream family, right?
Dude, I strive to be a dad.
The whole family goes
that.
racing. They do more than drifting. I know they do rally, monster trucks, desert racing.
I think they do short course now.
Yeah, short course stuff. So, you can build that empire, and so it's great to see this kid out here.
Yeah, they did
swinging.
They did it, and here they are, out here driving. It looks like he's driving a BMW E46 chassis with an LS swap, a man after my own heart. He's got some comp cams in there.
This is the drift truck.
Some radium fuel stuff.
Shout out Tim out there sweeping, throwing the broom. Gotta have a broom crew, man. Unfortunately, at drift events.
Yeah, man, that's the hard part.
Abe says you need to join the SR gang.
Ooh, who said that?
Abe.
Abe. Oh, dude. Can I tell you a little story about me driving Abe's car?
Yeah.
I felt bad.
Oh, you crashed it.
No, I didn't crash it.
You blew it up.
Nope. He let me drive it one day at Apple Valley and was like, "Yeah, you want to drive it?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, I want to drive it." This is when it was called Grange back in the day, and he let me drive it, man. And I was like, "This thing rips." And I was running it, and I was like, "Yeah, bye, yeah, bye, yeah, bye, 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 yeah, bye, bye." And I was blowing flames and doing all kinds of stuff. And I came into the pits and I saw Abe, and I was like, "Your car's sick, dude." And he's like, "Bro, I never drive it like that." I was like, I am so sorry for beating up on your beautiful
Wow, you beat
car.
up his wife. That's pretty much what you did.
Listen, best beating I've ever experienced. It was an awesome, awesome car. I can't wait to see him come back out with that car. I know he's working on it right now. He's trying to get
Abe,
some of his ducks in a row.
Come compete, dude.
But man, if you've never seen Abe, even just drive, let alone a beautiful car,
He's
but
just
even
a
his
sweetheart
driving,
of a man, too.
He is so sweet. I just want to caress his face every time. I just want to hit him with one of these.
Don't touch me.
I did it, and it's recorded. It's on live stream.
Stop it. Stop it.
Abe, I'm giving it to you next time I see you. Like, with my hand on your face.
Yeah. Oh, Luke said his Jay-Z doesn't overheat. You're right.
There you go. It's typically, this is one of the big things that I've been experiencing as I've been diving into different vehicles. Like, everybody hates LSs, hates on them, right? But you can't deny that it's a good motor, right?
They work.
They work great.
And the key in drifting is having a car that works.
If your car don't work, you ain't driving.
Yeah, you ain't doing nothing.
One of the things I've noticed is that the internet runs their mouths very often, and usually the people on the internet are dumb.
Sometimes.
Unfortunately.
I mean, technically, we're on the internet, so we're pretty dumb.
Well, Exhibit A, right? But I'm finding out that, like, even my rally car, my engine that's in there, my EJ25, people are like, "That's the worst motor in the world. They always break. They always explode." And I'm like, well, I think the only difference between me and a lot of those guys is that I've been checking the hell out of my oil. And, like, it does consume a lot of oil, and you have to check it.
Yeah.
If you don't check it and you don't maintenance it, it's going to break. And if it breaks suddenly, it's not
It's a tool.
the operator's
If you
fault.
take care of your tools, generally, they take care of you.
Yeah, people will like to pass off the responsibility to the engineers over at Subaru, and it's like, hey, bud, you got to check your oil. So
Shout
make
out,
sure you
shout
gotta
out,
check your oil.
shout out Matt Vigo just texted me. He said V-mount no overheating on the Jay-Z's.
Yes, Matt's car is a really good example.
Yeah.
of
You
a
still
great
selling
car.
that thing, Matt? What are you doing? That car's clean.
It is. It's very nice. I like that cream color that he's got going on there, and then he's got the Steal It roll cage, right?
Yeah, steal it everything. Steal it the world. It's
guys-
really expensive.
Is it?
It's super expensive.
But it looks really nice.
It looks great, and you can weld on it. So fabricator guys, I'm not a fabricator. I couldn't fabricate my way out of a cardboard box.
Which
but
Matt is. Matt is a fabricator.
He is. So shout out Vigo. What up?
If you guys are looking for some work, hit up Vigo. What else we got here coming in on the chat? Who you calling Pinhead? Nobody. I'm not calling. I'm talking about people on forums. Remember the forums? Now it's just converted to Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, shout out Zilvia.net. Those were the prime days, 2005.
Dude, I remember Zilvia.net.
Get on there and you just argue with people on the internet.
I remember that.
So just hanging out. We got, looks like someone's warming up over there. Might be Cameron.
All right, guys, don't forget we are going to be doing some live giveaways for you guys. We have a couple of things. We got some RTX seats from Status, which are the reclinable seats, and we'll be randomly selecting winners throughout the day, so stay tuned. If we call your name and you're not here, we'll move on to the next person, so stay tuned and glued to the stream.
So just hanging tight here, waiting for the warm-up. Hopefully there's no car problems. It is cooking outside, that's for sure.
It's getting warm, and it doesn't seem to get any cooler until that sun disappears. Here we go at Cameron Sorensen.
All right, here we go. Hell of a car, too, man. I mean, those things look good.
What a car to hop into at such a young age. Nice straight line approach.
Straight line approach. A little wonky on that outer zone one. I mean, he kind of parked it going into it. Got into the zone, so we'll see how the judges look at that.
Yeah, definitely not the cleanest run we've seen him do today.
Man, this dude's 13, man.
No mercy for the children.
Yeah, that's true.
Judge him. Yeah. The judges are going to hold him accountable for the run that he throws down.
That's the beauty of drifting, right?
Yeah.
Like, doesn't matter age, race, whatever your creed is, you can come out. You're judged on your driving.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a level playing field out here.
Yeah, entry was kind of wonky. I think he initiated a straight line approach too far inside. If he would have stepped it out a little bit, he probably would have got into that zone. But an absolute shredder of a vehicle he is driving.
Yeah, that actually looks like this might be Amanda Sorensen's.
I know they got a couple of those things. So
car,
I know one's not all the way turned up. That one may not be supercharged or any of the cool bells and whistles. Still an LS.
Didn't sound like it.
Yeah, but definitely a ripper nonetheless. So let's see what the judges give him on that.
We are going to go to the judges. The judges are deliberating right now and giving him a score. I know that first corner is going to be a big deduction. It's not quite a park, but man, is it difficult to chase. It's not unchaseable, but it's hard to chase.
Yep.
What do you guys got for scores? What do we got going in?
Got some scores.
Some scores of 78. We got a 48, 51. Abe Cruz has 45.
I kind of like guessing scores when I'm not being a judge because it's way more fun.
So listen, we told you we're doing giveaways, and we got one going out to you right now.
All right.
Oh, there it is. Hold on. Cameron Sorensen
with a 43. So he's in. That's a score to get him on the board. All right, so our first winner is of the speed strap tie downs is Jesus Riel 8533. Are you here in the chat?
Are you still here, Jesus? You got to claim your prize, brother. I'll tell you what, those speed straps, I got a couple of them back home. They sent me some, and I was like, what do I want these straps for? They're straps just like all the rest of the straps. And then I used the actual ratcheting portion.
Yeah.
And it's all bearinged up and stuff, and it was super smooth, and I was like, I need these. I didn't know.
My whole life.
I didn't know I wanted these, but now I want them.
Yeah.
So Jesus Real, if you're here, make sure you comment. If not, we're going to move to the next person. Somebody else is going to get some speed straps today. Looks like we're sending car.
Here we go, Elliot Bright.
Elliot Bright coming out with the heavy-hitting Mustang.
Got the Mustanger dirt dropping, running in sick,
oh,
2-6.
Man.
Oh, man. This dude's an absolute hammer. He just got to, I've had some conversations with Elliot, and I'm like, dude, just dial it down. It's that middle game, right? Don't overhype yourself.
Yeah, it gets tough, man, because you want to throw out the best score. You want to get that #1 spot. Remember that the top 2 guys, potentially top 3 guys, are going to be getting bye runs. So this pressure kicking in here, you see it. A nice heavy initiation, really fast.
Hammer down fast.
Fast.
So fast it was too fast.
Yeah. You know what's kind of interesting is the fact that he understood there that when he got into the dirt to stay on the gas. A lot of guys panic coming into a situation like that, and they'll come off that throttle and that back wheel will dig into the dirt and rotate that front end back around, and next thing you know, you're up the hill, or worse, you're rolling or doing something sketchy. So him maintaining that throttle in the dirt really keeps that tire on top of the gravel and not digging into the chunky dirt out there, causing further damage. Pretty rad.
Well, clean up on outer zone 1, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're going to be down here. We're going down here for a second as they clean up the track, but we have a score coming up right now. Let's see what Elliot's got. And another 0. It's unfortunate, but look, man, when the pressure hits and you want to put on a good show, you just sometimes you send it a little too hard.
Yeah. Still got to send it, bud.
Just gonna
well, he's got a second swing at it. So, anybody that's getting a 0 right now, they get a second swing at it, which is good. Hey, shout out Willow Springs staff for helping us out.
Yeah, a lot of these guys out here who are helping keep this show alive are volunteers, guys. So, huge thank you to these guys for standing out here in the sun and pushing dirt.
Yeah. That's one of the good things about the drifting community. There's so many helping hands. People go hang out in the middle of the desert when it's 100 degrees out and just come hang out. And all they care about is a free meal and cold water, and they just want to be a part of it. And
some people are about it.
Yeah, that's really what makes these events possible.
Yeah, give me Doritos and a nice cold drink, and we're having a good day.
Yeah. You an Arizona iced tea guy?
I very much so. Look at this right here. A little Arnold Palmy.
Yeah.
What is your favorite? Hold on. So this is This isn't my favorite.
Black and white.
Black and white?
Yeah.
Oh, the black and white Arnold Palmer.
No, black and white. It's just black and white.
Wait.
Black and white tee.
Black and white tee?
Yeah.
What are you
Arizona
talking
black
about?
and white tee.
I feel like I've seen that.
Wow. You're not cultured.
Maybe I'm not. I'm an Arnold
It's
Palmer
delicious.
guy. But this Arnold Palmer here is just a regular half and half with lemonade.
Do you know who Arnold Palmer is?
He's a golfer and
okay.
a legend, bro.
Okay. Just
I've
making
read the
sure.
back of the can.
Okay,
I've read the back of the can,
That's why I was
bro.
testing. I don't know who he is.
Yeah, he's a golfer. So he's got a ton of golf achievements. It's his all-time low of a 60 on an 18 hole, a 60 score.
You
So
know-
the lower the score, the better.
Yeah, you know what's weird about golf?
What?
To be good at golf, you play less golf. That's how you win golf.
I
Right?
see what
you
you're
want
saying.
Yeah, you want
I
a
get
lower
it.
score.
I get it.
So the less you play golf, the better you.
The less you play.
You win a PGA Tour and you're Tiger Woods.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I didn't.
What kind of sport is that?
I did less
Less
than
is
you
more.
today, and I won.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really fun sport.
Yeah. Can we make drifting that way?
Yeah, dude. Look, the Arnold Palmer, just a half and half iced tea lemonade's good.
Yeah.
But have you had the strawberry half and half?
No.
The black can with the little strawberries all over it?
I know what a
Arnold Palmer?
strawberry looks like, but.
No, I'm not describing a strawberry. I'm
Oh.
describing the can. But a strawberry, if you haven't seen it, it's
Yeah.
this little red fruit. It's kind of shaped like an upside down
It has
pyramid.
seeds, right?
It's got seeds all over it.
It's
Yes.
orange?
No, it's red.
Purple.
Red.
Eggplant.
No. Nope. It's a strawberry.
I put liquid paper on a bee once, and it died.
Liquid paper?
Yeah, it's glue.
What's that?
It's glue.
Oh, glue?
And it died.
You glued a bee?
Yeah.
What kind of human are you?
You've never watched Step Brothers?
Yes, I have.
Okay, then. That's what he says.
He said he put liquid glue
Yeah,
on
he's
a
like,
bee?
when they're
Is this
doing the
a-
science and research, and he's like, I put liquid paper on a bee,
I think
and
this
it died.
This is probably the first Step Brother reference that I have missed.
No, you're terrible.
Now I'm watching it again.
I'm
watching
looking
it
the live stream comments right now, and let's see here. Schaefer, make sure you put the oil bypass plug in when you build a motor again, Riley. Well, I won't be building any more
He's bringing up old
LSs.
stuff.
Yeah. And Tim at Race Club is right. You know, I just wanted to spend more time with you. I was trying to help you not blow up your motors too.
Yeah.
Now that we don't have a motor to work on together, your motors are blown up. You're welcome.
Hey, here's a question. Did Jesus ever respond?
I'm looking for it, and I don't see him in the chat.
All right. Well, I think it's time we call it. What do you guys say, chat? Do we move on and pick a new winner?
New winner for some straps?
New winner for some speed straps. I agree with you guys. Let's move on. No one said to move on.
Mm-hmm.
It's time. It's time to move forward. Let's get going. We got a new winner here. It says Miguel Acosta 4509.
Miguel Acosta, you're here.
Miguel's there?
Miguel, I see a Miguel Acosta.
Miguel, you better comment saying that you're here, bro. If you are here, you have officially won some speed strap hideouts.
Hey, Tony Crispin in the chat. I think he does the drift roulette.
The drift roulette.
Yeah.
Tony Crispin,
Shout out
yeah.
Tony. I don't know you personally or never met you, I don't think, but
Yeah.
I've judged you.
Yeah.
But shout out.
Yeah, one thing that's pretty cool is that you're seeing, especially here on the West Coast, it used to be these like rivalries between events, and it's really strayed from that here on the West Coast.
I think it's, it comes down to people like driving, man.
Dude.
You still have your boys, right? If your boys are hosting events,
Absolutely.
but at the end of the day, it should just be about driving and shredding.
I just want to have more opportunities to drive. So
Yeah.
all of that is terrible. Do you see Miguel there? Has he responded?
He hasn't responded to our thing, but I see him in the chat.
Miguel, we're talking to you, bro.
Cody Breitenstein, shout out. That's the only guy that's flipped a 240 at Hot Pit last round and then fixed it and still drove.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Cody, yeah, the green and pink 240.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked like a pretty good event there that you guys ran.
HP Chasers in the building, I see.
Hey,
Richard.
HP Chasers. What's up, Richard?
What up?
Corvettes are
Casey Chavez.
beautiful. Casey
No,
Chavez
Schaefer
too
didn't
as
run
well.
yet. His motor's blown up. LS things.
Hey, first of all, that's a Schaefer thing. Okay. My else is fine.
It's because you don't drive it.
It got chafed, dog. I just drove it. I just did a donut around a supermodel the other day in Los Angeles.
Did you?
Yeah, it was awesome.
How'd you do that? Is that with the Fashion Nova people again?
No. Well, we did that.
Yeah.
We did donuts around models in that same car.
Yeah.
And then you had your car out.
Yeah.
No, this was a similar setup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my good buddy Georgia that hosts Hoonigan with me, the blonde chick that does the lowriders.
Okay, sure.
So Georgia.
I don't watch Hoonigan, sorry.
Yeah, well, we'll start watching.
Okay.
You suck.
My bad.
Georgia actually got hit up. They had used her before for her lowrider because that's what she does. And so they hit her up and they approached her and said, hey, do you know anybody who drifts? And Georgia said, Micah. So she plugged me with them and they called me and I said, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, $5,000, please.
Yeah, I will need 10,000 M&Ms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but we did it.
Yeah.
It's a good time. Just drove it the other day.
Yay, Miguel's in the chat, so we do have a Miguel. Congrats,
go.
Miguel.
Let's go, Miguel.
Miss you,
congratulations. You just won some speed straps. Listen, guys, we're going to be doing this all day. We're going to be giving you guys stuff. Speed straps. We have some status seats as well. I'm getting live feed on who's winning and who's getting picked. This is awesome.
Question in the comment section, are the events open to spectators? I think you have to pay a track fee,
yes.
Gate entry fee, and you can come hang out.
Yeah, the event is open. It's $20 at the gate, I believe.
Is that what it is, $20?
I'm not sure if there's a mention to being able, like if you come up to the gate and you tell them you're here for the Drift League, if there's a different fee. I paid $20 to get in, so.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get no charge? You didn't get charged?
No. There's a list. You just said to say you were staff.
Oh, cool. Well, I paid.
Support the cause.
Whatever. Ruthina, you owe me $20.
Yeah. See, right here it says no charge.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Charge,
That's what made me question why I paid.
One of us has to be an adult.
Yeah, I guess it's you today.
How do you enter? You go to the driftleague.com/giveaway. Fill out the information. That'll enter you in. And then throughout the day, after qualifying, we'll have a little break. And then when the live stream comes back on, we'll be doing some more giveaways and stuff like that. So, and you have to be present in the chat at the time.
Yeah. So head over again to the driftleague.com/giveaways. Input your information there so that we can pick one of you guys.
Yeah. Give some more shout outs. Omar, appreciate you, man. JR, what up? Team Scoundrels. Shout out Blaze.
Yeah.
Last winner at Hot Pit. This announcing thing's different. Casey, how come you're not out here, dude? Your car's so clean. And I'm not judging, so you don't have to get mad at me.
Yeah, dude.
All right, we got a next car coming up. Jackson Orr. He's actually a crew guy for Forsberg, so Chris Forsberg's out here. He does get the win. But he's spotting for his boy, and he's driving a K Turbo S13, which is the old Bloodmaster's car. I think a lot of people know.
Yeah, the Drift Games car.
Yeah, so it's cool to see.
Game of Drift, rather. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not Drift Games.
Come correct, sir.
But what a cool car, man. Like, what a cool concept. I actually got a 240, and this is, I started watching their series that Chris was releasing on his channel.
Yeah.
And I said, man, what a good idea to slap a turbo on this dual cam KA and call it a day.
Yeah, so I think the back bumper on this car, because I think part of the requirements is your car needs to have a back bumper, so they put a piece of plastic or something that's not there now, but it looked like a front bumper that was put on the back. Yeah, it looked like a front bumper on the back that they found by the boats here at Willow.
So Jackson missing Outer Zone 1, getting into Outer Zone 3, pretty good. Trying to keep that turbo lit going into OZ4. Beautiful on those barriers.
Great transition.
I don't think we've seen anybody do Outer Zone 4 that good. If he can clean up 1 and 2, I think Jackson's going to put up a good score.
What do you think, chat? What do you think his run?
Looking here at the replay, a nice subtle initiation. Starts off deep and then goes pretty shallow, gets back into OZ1 on the exit. Jumping into OZ2.
Real late.
Fills the second half of it, and then into OZ3. Nice and smooth, maintaining angle, no real big adjustments at all. And then this beautiful entrance into OZ4. I found that going into corners like OZ4 and OZ2, if you're shooting for the barrier, you tend to line up exactly at the entrance of the outer zone.
I think that's probably going to be a high 50s just because of his zones, where the car was placed in some of those zones. It was kind of wonky. Again, it wasn't a terrible run by any means, but when you're getting scored, you got to hit the marks, man.
Yeah, so again, taking into perspective, the judges, like, given we have the replay ability now and the judges have a screen out in front of them, they get to see the replay as well, so we're getting more accurate scores than we've ever gotten before here in the Drift League, which is beautiful. I don't think that there's many Drift series that have this type of technology behind them. Do you guys?
Science. Yeah, Hot Pit
have
works
replays?
with a similar crew. Yeah, we got some replays, and from a judge's standpoint, here we are with a 49, so I was way off. I thought it was going to be a little bit higher. Yeah.
Look at Jackson Orr. Look at that stash.
He's got a luscious mane, too. I'm jealous.
God, dude. Imagine being able to just
556.
grow
I
hair.
like that. I like that driver number.
That's a beautiful number, bud.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go make Jackson my new best friend.
Yeah.
Sorry, Riley, you're out.
Never was best friends anyway. Going to the comment section. Let's see here. Another shout for Tim, keeping the track clean. Let's see. Why isn't Micah driving? Lil Coop asked.
Yeah, dude. It's more affordable to sit here and talk to you guys. So
drifting costs money.
Yeah, my car to operate is not cheap. We can probably get about, if I ran this run, how I want to run this run, with that skinny pedal matted, tons of angle, tons of tire smoke coming off.
Missing all the zones.
Missing every single zone, hitting walls.
Yeah.
I would probably get 2 laps out of a set of tires. Brand new, from stickers to tread.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, man, I don't know. But also, like, just allow these guys to kind of just go in there and just get the training, get the seat time that they need.
Yep.
Move through competition without having to, like, go against someone with my, like, backing and my cars and all that stuff, which...
Do you think that's a good or a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got the Sorensens out
I
here.
can see both
it's a full
sides.
pro-level team, and then you got guys that are building their cars in their garage. I think it's, if your ultimate goal is to go to pro, if there's pro-level teams or drivers here,
yeah,
it's a benefit, right?
I mean,
you need to know what you're up against.
Personally, I've always hated it. I've always been like, why is this guy back here? Like, he's clearly out-budgeted. He's out driving his cars better than everybody else's car here. Like, why is he here again?
Yeah.
And I've kind of been there, done that. I've earned my license. I don't know that this is the route I want to go anymore. So why get in the way of any of these guys?
Yeah. No,
You know what I mean?
I get both sides of it. So here we go.
Here we go, back to the top of our qualifying list with Jake Fleming. Ooh, with a...
Come on, Jake.
Oh,
Just get a score, man. Get a score. Hopefully that's not, in the judge's eyes, a 0. Was it unchaseable?
I would say so. Personally, but I'm not a judge. Here we go, going into OZ4. Not bad across the line.
Was it good enough to get him in? Let's hope so. Coming back to the replay here. So his position on entry was good. It's just that over rotation there at the end of OZ1 really choked him up. He recovered well. I mean, he still got out pretty dang close to outer zone 2. Going into 3, you know, kind of got settled back down and maintained.
Yeah.
But we'll see what the judges see in that run.
Yeah, that's a hard one, man. Like, listen, it's a lot of the times they're going to give you zeros off of going off the track or going based on unchaseable lead runs. And that one there is extremely questionable. Some drivers could chase that, but can the entire field chase it is a question you have to ask. Is that going to be something that is so disruptive that the chase car can't complete a run?
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, I think so.
Hey, one thing for you guys on the giveaway side. So ACT Clutches is offering a great discount. And we got a 42 on his... No, wait.
42 in his first run. His second
42
run
on his first run, so he's in. He's in. He's all right. But ACT's offering a great discount exclusively for you guys on the live stream. 30% off MSRP by using code 30424. And that code's active until Wednesday, 30424 with ACT Clutches.
That's pretty good, man. 30% off MSRP is
Shout out to
essentially
ACT.
making you-
Thanks for supporting the series and supporting our viewers.
Yeah,
You know,
you're
it's-
essentially getting a wholesale discount. That's pretty good. A couple questions coming in.
Tony said, Mikey, you should go drive Drift Roulette.
Yeah, I mean, I have a car that I'm building currently, E36 with a 1J. It's not as competitive as my 46. And with that car, I want to go have some fun with the boys.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it won't eat as much tires. It won't cost me anywhere near as much to drive. And I don't think it, like, outclasses anybody in the Drift Roulette. You know what I mean? It's a good competitive car.
Yeah.
I'll have my work cut out for me.
Yeah.
Not to mention the drivers.
Again, for you guys asking for the link, it is visit thedriftleague.com/giveaway. Fill out the information there, and that will enter you into the raffle throughout the day. thedriftleague.com/giveaway. All right, we got our next driver coming
Hector
up.
Nunez.
Mr. Nunez.
Coming in, let's see what he can throw down.
I like the flick entries.
Yeah, nice little slower entry, not so aggressive. Coming into OZ2, getting in there. A little bit of a stutter step there, and the judges are going to be able to see that. They're not going to see the depth, and then maybe go in outer zone 3. Kind of missing the entire thing, but if he can get across that line, he'll get a score. There it is. Nice open throttle at the end. Now, that's kind of sometimes a bad thing. Opening up that throttle at the end of the line.
Yeah,
because what you're telling the judges is,
I had more.
Hey, I had power.
I had more.
And I didn't use it.
Yeah. So good. I love this shot over the top because it's
beautiful.
It's
you can
much
see
easier to clearly define where the car is in the zones.
Yeah, so you can see that hiccup there. Not a straighten. From the judges' perspective, they'll have to look, but they get to see this replay as well. I keep forgetting that they get to see this replay.
And this is where, you know, like you say, talking about throttle and tire smoke, right? Tire smoke's one thing that for a long time it was an indication of, you know, if you saw tire smoke, you knew they were on throttle, which isn't always the case, right? Like you can be moving forward and not making tire smoke.
Yeah, sure.
And accelerating.
It's called grip.
Yeah. So, you know, sometimes people tend to forget that, you know, just because there's no smoke line doesn't mean they're parking it by any means.
Right. I think the big thing here as we get into the second half of qualifying is seeing, can these drivers better their first score? And it looks like the first driver in Jake was not able to do so. But coming in there to Hector Nunez, we're going to find out here in a second exactly if he was able to get that done.
Shout out Greg. Thanks for posting the link for the giveaway. Make sure you guys get that entered. And again, share the live stream, man. Social media, Facebook. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Tell your haters. Let them know to come hang out and watch.
Tell them all.
You know, all these guys out here trying to put in work.
So
run
he is
2,
better.
He did better his first run with a 38. So good job, Mr. Hector Nunez there.
Yeah, great job cleaning that up. Now, again, this only matters so much. Because when we get into tandem, you're going to have to lock
Goes
it
out
in.
the window.
Oh, yeah.
That's the downside. Once you get into tandem, qualifying's one thing. Tandem's a whole nother show.
Whole nother thing. This is just one step. So as you guys progress in driving, or if people are interested in progressing in driving, what you'll find is that qualifying is just
another run.
Just a step.
Just another run, man.
It's a step in this I would say 3-step weekend, right? You got practice, qualifying, and then comp.
Yeah.
Comp's the hard one.
Absolutely. Shout out Tim. Another shout out to you. Thanks for jumping on the live stream. Thanks for broom crewing out there. And did you enjoy Drift NWA?
Yeah, Filet Switch. Did I enjoy Drift NWA? Dude, I gotta tell you, he's referring to the Toge event I went to.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it after this.
Here comes Dino Child.
Dino Child coming in. Let's see if he can better his second run.
Great S14.5.
Nice and wide there. That's probably the deepest we've seen that has stayed on. Going to OZ2.
Auto limiter.
Yep, sounds like what this is going into
it should get him in the show. But obviously not what the judges want to see, you know, and that's where tandem does separate the men from the boys, right? Because you need to hit your marks, and consistency is key.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at this overhead replay here, he comes in outer zone 1. Great. Like I'm telling you, I think that's the best outer zone 1 we've seen so far. Going in OZ2, entering about a quarter in, and then OZ3, starting in it and falling out of it. That's a rough one. Looks like maybe wheel spin speed or something there is an issue, and then crossing the line. So he's definitely in. It's a scoreable run.
And what did he get on his first run? I don't recall what he had on his first run.
I don't remember what he got on his first run.
He should be able to better his first run, I think
that was better. I don't think that we saw Dino Child do a better first run. I think his second run is going to be better. But hey, going back to this Drift NWA situation, that was a Toge event I went to in Arkansas, Northwest Arkansas Drift. Hosted a Toge event. Our buddy Jeff Groff. Do you remember Jeff Groff?
Yeah.
Jeff. Good old Jeff hosted that event. And
BMW guy too, isn't he?
He was a BMW guy. Yeah. He still is. But he's got a 240 with an LS, and now he's got an E92 with an LS. He's got a bunch of really cool cars. But man, I got to tell you, that was the best drift event I've ever been to.
Really?
I don't think that I've been to a better one. The track staff was amazing. The people who hosted the venue were super welcoming and amazing.
That's awesome.
There was shuttles who were shuttling people up and down the mountain all along the sides of the road. It was like an old 90s rally video where people are just scattered in the hillsides. Like, camping chairs and blankets and coolers, people just hanging out for the day in the shade.
Any Bigfoot sightings?
None yet. None yet.
So, you know, if you end up back out there again, you should wear a Bigfoot costume.
Yeah, there's definitely some interesting folk out there. But check this out.
All right,
Dino Child
with a 60,
cleaning it up for the second run.
Definitely jumped up there. Great run by Dino. That's the score he's looking to shoot. Obviously, they want to get even higher, but that helps in the bracket section, right? Who you
Absolutely.
go against. So
absolutely
for him, that's a good way to save it and clean it up and make it work. So hopefully the follow-on drivers will be able to do the same, and we want to see some better scores. Get that first run jitter out of your way, and put together a good run for everybody and for yourself, and that way you can rock and roll.
Yeah, the way that this bracket's going to work is that you're going to have what is a 16 car bracket, and you'll have the odd numbers on the left, meaning 1, 3, 5, and so on. And on the right side, you'll have 2, 4, 6, and all the even guys on the right side of the bracket, and they'll be competing against each other. It's pretty rad. So it's really cool, like especially some of these guys out here, if they have teammates, you really don't want to be on the same side of the bracket as your teammate. You want them on the opposite side so you can face them in the finals.
Yeah, that's the goal, right?
That is absolutely the goal.
Well, cool. What do we got in the comments section? Anybody? Drew says you definitely need a Bigfoot costume. I agree.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not opposed to that at all. A little Jack Link's partnership.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Messing with Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Hit him with my car.
Yeah.
Feel bad for that stunt guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Here we go. TJ Hunt coming
All right,
down
TJ's
straight away.
Coming off a 0, so he's got to get a score on the board.
Here we
nice
go.
Nice
early
slowdown.
Okay. Not bad. He cleans up that section there, going into OZ2. Keeping it on the wall and off the wall sometimes beautiful. Into OZ3, that's going to look really good in front of
a lot more settled this one for TJ, which is great.
Oh, yeah. There it is. And then into 4. Wow, feeling 4 pretty good on the later
Great
half
job.
of it.
So he's
Good
definitely
job,
going to be
TJ.
in the show
Yeah.
after that run. I think, like I said, maybe that first run nerves.
I do believe that that's going to get him in the show, and I actually think that that's going to get him a pretty decent score. I think the hardest thing for the judges to judge is this section here, missing the whole first half of OZ1 and then slowing down a lot at the end of it.
So
Coming
OZ1, if you're looking at that overhead, right, that the angle of the actual zone is pretty
tricky.
Pretty symmetric, right? But you have the dirt drop off right there. So if you go too deep early in outer zone 1, which we've seen other guys do, you're in the dirt. So you kind of playing with fire there. You got to kind of, maybe the key is to get late into that outer zone 1 first, come into it a little late and give up those early points.
Or try to make it a little bit more curved as well, starting off on the right-hand side of the track.
Yeah.
And then kind of like turning that straight shot into an entire
use
curve.
some strategery, as I like to
some strategery. That's what I said.
Yeah. Strategery.
They can do that.
Science.
NASA. Oh, hey.
NASA.
Speaking of NASA.
Yeah.
SpaceX was last night or it's tonight?
It was last night.
Dang, I missed it.
Yeah, you missed it.
Man.
SpaceX launches out in California is sick. Especially the sunset ones.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful watching that thing, that rocket go across the sky and watching those.
Not a big fan of Teslas, but Elon's cool.
Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with Teslas, man.
Like, they're fast. Like, if you've never been in Tesla and you're just like, whoa.
Stupid fast. Have you been in, like, a Plaid?
I've been in a Plaid, yes.
When it goes into, like, leopard mode or whatever? I forget what it's called.
It goes into,
cheetah? I don't know.
Yeah.
Point is, the whole front end dies.
I like how the dash goes Plaid.
Yeah.
That's a Spaceballs reference. Have you seen
changes.
Spaceballs?
No.
You need to watch the movie Spaceballs.
Okay.
If you haven't watched it, anyone on the stream, you have to watch Spaceballs.
Yeah, it loads the front suspension and it gets ready, and then it launches and like unloads it all in the back tires.
The acceleration is amazing because those cars are like 6,000 pounds.
They're really expensive golf carts.
Yeah.
That's the way I put it.
Really cool K1 go.
Not a lot of top end. They kind of plateau. They get to 60, 70 really fast, and then they're just kind of like,
Yeah. Then they turn into a wheelchair. They're just going.
Yeah.
They're just going.
Yeah, but man, a cool car, but not the trucks. My neighbor got one, and we're like, we know whose dad didn't pay any attention to them in the neighborhood.
Yep. So waiting for the judges now to give us a score on TJ. Looks like it's coming up. 71. All right.
Hey, a little bit better than his first run.
Yeah, a little bit better than a 0. So congrats to TJ. Good job.
Yeah.
Will that bump him? Is that our high score?
I thought that we saw a 74.
Did we see a 74? We might have seen
We've seen a couple 69s, right?
Nice.
And I don't think.
Nice.
I don't know if we've seen anything in the 70s just yet. So TJ might be your number one qualifier.
He could be number one.
Yeah, I wish we had a way to see.
Yeah, we don't have the.
And we're not writing it down either.
Yeah, we're not writing it down. We're terrible announcers in that
Yeah,
aspect,
whatever, dude.
We're just here to have a good time with you guys on the live stream and figure this out together.
We're learning, actively learning.
Yeah. So, going to the comments, looks like Daily 30 says July 1st, 9:03, next launch for SpaceX.
There it is.
Thank you, Miguel. Yep. Spaceballs is on Max and Prime. You should have either of those.
Yeah, I have both of those.
So, yeah, a bunch of heavy hitters out here today, and you see some fumbles. All right, we're getting Carson is currently number one, which is great.
Yeah,
well deserved.
Carson locked in.
Now that he's number one, maybe he can try and get a little more sauce on the boss.
Yeah, we'll see if he locks in here for his second one and really gives us that show.
I think if you run 2 high score back to back and you qualify first, that really gives you that mindset of like, okay, I'm ready for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
The downside is in these feeder series. Oh, here we go with Devin Block.
Devin Block coming in hot, screaming that.
Hot red.
Down the straightaway. Into the
Supercharged
LS.
So see, he got early in outer zone 1 there and then left it. Ooh, South boss on the wall. I saw it run a little off-road. It was after the line, though. I think he's all right.
After the line, it looks like he kept one tire on the track that time there.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes that style factor negates some of your other airs, right? Because it's exciting to watch,
Yeah, absolutely.
You're committed and on throttle.
And look, a ton of throttle. Like, you don't see the throttle commitment here, and then it starts to pour in right here. You see him.
Yeah, once the car gets settled, I feel like going in from 2 to 3, since it's such a long sweeper, you can really just let her eat.
Yeah.
There's no more weird dynamic changes of direction or anything like that.
Yeah, from OZ2 to 3, like, man, if you get it set right in OZ2, you can hold that throttle all the way wide open, all the way to outer zone 3, and across into 4.
All right, so let's go to the Village People. That's what I'm going to call you guys in the chat. Village People. What do you guys got? Shout out to 132 people watching, so appreciate you guys being here with us.
Man, listen, speaking of all you guys watching, make sure you head over to thedriftleague.com/giveaways and get entered into our giveaways. We have one.
Correction,
right now.
it's giveaway.
Sorry,
so thedriftleague.com/giveaway.
Yes, sorry, there is no
Don't let Micah lie to you.
Sorry. Listen, we got another winner for some speed straps.
Speed straps times, and it is Soaps 21, SOPS 21. Are you in the building, my friend?
Where are you at, Soaps? Make sure you comment.
I'll see you in the chat. Yeah, make sure you comment in the chat.
Jump in the chat. Let us know that you're here. You just won some speed straps, the smoothest, fastest straps in the market.
Hey, shout out Andy Lux in the building. The nicest guy in Formula D. Taka, Rome, and Josh Stewart are the judges, Andy.
Who are the judges? He says.
So what do we think? What do we think that we're going to get on that score?
I'm confused. We're getting signals.
We're getting hand signals.
We're cutting. Oh, stop hitting the table.
Oh, I'm hitting the table. I'm terrible. Thank you.
Gosh, dude.
Got you. So yeah,
Okay,
just tell us. We're all in this together with our live stream fam.
We'll
make it work.
Here's your score here. And he doesn't better his first run, but he does get a 62.
His first run score is still pretty nice.
Yeah, I suppose it's nice.
Yeah. See, that's why I said it's nice, because that'll get him in.
All right, look, dude, lock it in. All right, he gets a 62. He is not able to better his first run, but man, what a good job out there. Pressure's off. He can breathe now. He's got those 2 runs, and he's gone straight across.
Yeah, so once again, thanks for joining us today, guys. Make sure you guys do join the driftleague.com/giveaway. Giving out a bunch of great prizes. Again, that ACT discount code for you guys. It's good till Wednesday, 30424 for an ACT clutch. Shout out ACT for supporting the series. We appreciate you guys.
It doesn't
and
look
all
like
of our other partners.
Oh, sorry about that.
Take it easy. Can you
Sorry.
get that under control?
No, here we go. Carson.
Here comes Carson, currently number 1. Let's see if he can bring the sauce and step it up even further.
Carson Ruger throwing it into outer zone 1. There it is. Look at that. Beautiful. He got into the entire zone.
That makes me want to clap, but I want to
into
yell at.
OZ2. Yeah, you're definitely going to yell at. Coming around into OZ3, and he locks it in. Look at this run. Wow, Carson is getting dialed, man.
And it's a consistent run. The car isn't all over the place. He's not fighting the car. No street fighter. You know, he's making it work. So what do we think? What do we think in chat? What do we think that this is going to be?
Copy that. So check this out, this replay. It's beautiful. He's going into OZ2. He keeps it collected. He manages that angle even when he's getting close to those walls. He's not pulling out of it, and he's not adding more. And he goes across that OZ3, and then look at that nice wide shoot.
His outer zone
OZ4.
4, kind of a little bobble straight line-ish it looked like there. I don't know if the judges would catch it, but
I like his approach to OZ4. It reminds me of Jersey, FD Jersey. Really, like when you're coming into that outer zone, you're not shooting at the wall. You're shooting at the outside of the beginning of the zone, if that makes any sense. So coming into OZ4, what you would be doing is like you're going almost straight at those barriers. And then last second, you're whizzing right past
living
them.
on a prayer.
Living on a prayer, but then you're coming into OZ4 and you're filling it in.
Got some scores coming
really
in. Abe
well.
saying 89, Greg saying 81, Daily 30, 80, Luke with a 91.
91.
Andy Luck giving a score of 82.
Yeah, look, I mean, I don't think we've seen anybody run that. I think he cleaned up OZ1, and OZ1 is going to be a huge
I think
point.
that's definitely a first position run.
I mean, great job. I don't know that I've ever seen Cameron Ruger ever drive before. I think this is my first time
me
seeing
too.
him.
I know he's been around, like you said earlier, you know, helping out Rome and doing that stuff, but it's great to see, you know, sometimes not even being a driver, just working within the series and the teams, you gain so much knowledge so fast.
Oh, yeah.
So you're able to really reinvent yourself as a driver, and you progress that much faster.
Yeah, I mean, look, proximity to some great drivers and good drivers, you're going to get a ton of knowledge coming in. Like the knowledge download that he has from Rome's team. I mean, Rome's been in the game.
Yeah, setup makes a huge, just the setup battle, right?
Right. I could only imagine that Rome has had his hands on that car and helped Cameron get it dialed in, and now look at him. He's doing great. So nothing super flashy, nothing super crazy, but very consistent.
Consistency wins these events, and
Absolutely.
I can't say that enough, and I'll sound like a broken record, but at this level of drifting, consistency is how you get on the podium. Just because the wide variety of driver skills in cars. So if you can keep continually running your run and chase well, let's see what he got. Oh, he matches it with a 72.
It is, dude, man. Look at that. Talk about consistency, right? Cameron coming out and just locking in.
There's a reason.
Just locking it in. That's beautiful. Great job, Cameron.
Carson.
Why am I saying Cameron?
Because you're thinking of Sorensen.
Is that what I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
Gosh,
Sorry, folks.
Dude. Sorry, guys.
Micah's a little acoustic. It's the rated G version.
Gotcha. Can't confirm.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Carson Ruger, man, beautiful job. Beautiful runs. I'm excited to see this man get into some tandem battles later on today. He is locked in.
So as we move forward, again, let's give some shout-outs to our partners here. We'll jump around between them and between the runs. So Status Racing, you know, big shout-out Status Racing. We're sitting in these fine seats right now. Stay tuned for the new Status drop on July 13, and check them out at the Spocom show in Anaheim in person. Here we go. Next run coming up.
We got Alex Diarmond coming into turn 1. Let's see how he enters.
All right, Alex. I know he struggled earlier with it. Let's hope he puts something together.
It's a little bit of a slower, more maintained approach. And this is OZ1, but again, he's gotten a 0, so he just needs to get through this. It's really close to that house.
That was spicy.
That was
the wrong zone.
It could have got interesting. But look, he's keeping it together. He's coming off of a 0, and it looks like he's going to make it across that line, getting himself a spot in the show.
So what's your opinion, right? Like, this is one thing, and the live stream can chime in too, right? You got zones, especially for this as a FD feeder series and someone's getting licensed.
Yeah.
How do you judge a run like that where they don't hit any of the marks per se?
Yeah, I mean,
because in FD, they'd be like, sorry, boss.
Yeah, it's a tough one, right? Because if the rules are don't spin out and don't go off the track.
Yeah, and the judges.
And he didn't.
But the judges set their expectation of, hey, we want your car in the zones, right? You can make it through the course and not hit any zone.
I mean, I think a big difference between this and what FD is that here there's opportunity to get away with something like that. When you get into FD, that's not an option.
But are you helping or hurting those drivers by giving them a bye?
I mean, it's going to play out in tandem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? True. Sure, he gets through, he gets into the show. Now, when you get into tandem competition, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's very true.
So, I mean, helping or hurting, that's a hard one to say. I could see both sides of it, right? But, yeah, if he can't lock it in for tandem competitions, none of this really matters. So, it's going to definitely be a low score, but the rules state that you have to complete the track without spinning or going off. Like, if those are the two reasons you get zeros, then you get a score.
Yeah. Well, I'll be curious to see how the judges view that. Obviously, I don't think it's going to be a high score in the sense of, hitting the zones and whatnot, but it'll definitely get him in the show, and it's better than a 0.
He is in the show, and here we have the score coming up right now. I don't see it quite yet. There it is. Here we go. The Drift League looks like a 19. That's the wrong guy.
That's the wrong guy.
Wrong guy. This is not Z-Jack's run. But what we did see is that Alex was better on his second run there. So from a 0 to a 19.
Yeah, 0 to a 19. That's like a 1900% improvement, I think, if my math's right.
1900%?
Yeah, 1900%. You had 0 and now you're 19.
Isn't it like on a scale of 100, so it's 19%?
I'm not a doctor, Mike. Don't ask me.
There you go. So, look, we're jumping over to Zach, and I got some insider scoop on what was going on in his car in the first run. It looks like his alternator has failed, and now he's trying to drive through it.
Who's that?
Zach, Mr. Z-Jack.
I thought VQs were supposed to be like the most reliable motors ever.
Yeah, well, I don't know who told you that.
They're the worst sounding motors ever. I know that.
Look, I don't necessarily hate them. I hate them straight piped.
Okay, straight piped. I'll accept that
argument.
give that,
right?
Yeah.
Certain cars sound good. Like, for instance, you take a EJ25 back to the Subaru thing. If you put equal length headers on it, it doesn't sound good. The unequal length is what gives it that Subaru rumble.
Yeah.
So you can run the car easy with the exhaust.
Yeah. Shout out to our partners again. Tuner Fan.
Yes.
The official media partner of the Drift League. Thank you for supporting the series. Make sure you check them out on Instagram, _fan.
Yes.
Speed strap. Again, we're giving away speed straps.
Speaking of, Soap's never responded.
Soap has not responded, so I think we got to move on to another potential winner.
Soap's never responded, so look, the next person in line is T Drifts. T Drifts, if you're here in the chat, make sure you comment to lock in those speed straps. Let's check out Z-Jack now coming down the straightaway. Good big flick into that. One of the more aggressive initiations we've seen. Doesn't fill OZ1. Going into outer zone 2. Pretty dialed. He's not really risking it there on the wall like he was earlier. And then OZ3, again, right in front of the
Just got to make it through without the alternator, right?
Just get that car through the line. And, man, what a good job he does at doing that. Listen, the pressure comes down, right? Zach's he's got a score in his first run. It's not a very good one. Again, I think this is one of the best drivers out there in the SoCal scene.
So,
even after taking his break,
why not forego your second run since you already got a score on the board? You're not on the bubble.
Yeah, it's true.
And pull that car apart, let it cool off instead of getting it hot. And it's already hot outside, so it's going to take even longer. Now you got to pull an alternator.
Yeah.
What's the strategy there in that?
So, I mean, there's a couple things there that you can look at. You could say that, hey, I want to see what the car can do in a certain amount of time on a battery's life without the alternator, right? You can go, let's test this in
Test
qualifying.
it in competition?
Yeah, instead of testing it. Well, I mean, if it happens in qualifying and you only have qualifying 2 to test, then, I mean, you might want to take that, right?
Yeah.
But also, who knows? Maybe he swapped his alternator already. Either way, he got through the course, and I think he's going to be able to better his first score there.
Yeah, definitely hope so. Oh, boy. Yeah. Thanks again for joining us, guys. We appreciate you guys being on live stream, hanging out.
Speaking of live stream, T-Drift, where are you? Are you here T-Drift, if you're here in the chat, make sure you
Speak
comment.
now or forever hold your peace.
Speak now or forever strap your stuff down with crappy straps.
Yeah, with Harbor Freight. Not speed straps.
Not speed straps.
Those bad boys, ball bearings.
If we could get speed strap into Harbor Freight, we could make them very rich.
I want to make me very rich.
Hey,
how do I do that?
We should start a strap company. We'll call it Strapping with Speed.
Strapping.
Stay strapped.
I was going to call it Strap On.
Nope. Nope. We could call it, nope. We can't call it that. Damn it, Riley.
Lord, I apologize.
I don't know why they gave us hot mics.
I know.
This is bad. Check this out. So he doesn't better his first run, which is very surprising.
Yeah, 35 on that one. So my Google memory drive, in my brain is full to remember what his first run looked like. But obviously in the judge's eyes, that wasn't as good as his first run. So, that's some of the things, and that's why I bring up that point. Are you trying to go out and run and get a higher score to get a better bracket spot, or do you forego that and work on your car and, reset?
I mean, look, it didn't look like his car was struggling on that run at all. It looked like it was pretty locked in and dialed in, and
yeah.
So my hope is that he figured out his alternator issue, but I'd probably put money on that he probably pulled a battery from his truck or something and threw it into his car.
Yeah.
It's just like, this battery's charged. It could get me through a run.
Yeah. Just put them in series and let it eat. So
let it eat, dude.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, Eric, appreciate you throwing up the scores there in the chat for everybody else.
Here we go.
Here we go. Jake Gonzalez back in the running.
Jake Gonzalez with the 1JZ powered S13, throwing it into outer zone 1.
This true zombie car.
Misses that outer zone 1.
Just get a score, Jake. Come on, Jake.
Yep. This is the whole point. You got to remember what these guys did on their first runs again, which is hard to do. But if I remember right, he's got a 0 in his first run. So all he's got to do is get through this, and it looks like he is capable.
I love JZs so much. They sound so cool.
His car sounds so good.
Even though, at his own description of his car it's a piece of crap.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't like the quality of the build, but man, the sound of that motor is wonderful. So look, he comes in outer zone 3 and he starts to, you see that smoke pick up. He's picking up that wheel spin speed.
Yeah, that big circle arc, I mean, it's a giant donut, right, when you're coming out of it. So once you get the car settled, really just going out of 2, that K-rail barrier is pretty up close, and you see a lot of people getting close right there on that shot. You'll see some people, but then it kind of rounds out the rest of the corner pretty well. And so people, I think, get settled in, and they just power through that. So
yeah, and look, OZ3, this whole track layout, I said it earlier and I'll say it again, I think that this is going to offer some really good opportunities for tandems. Not having any type of inner clips and having that nice, long, wide OZ3.
Yeah.
You're going to see some cars getting really close, and you'll probably see it later in the competition.
Yeah, I can't wait for tandem. It's going to be exciting.
It's going to be amazing.
I wonder if the green building is going to be a victim of any
You mean
contact.
if anybody's going to be a victim of the green building?
Yeah. Yeah, that thing's stationary. It ain't moving.
It does not move.
Yeah.
Again, I've seen a couple people hit it, and like taco cars. And I'm like, woo!
It definitely ruins your day and week and month and budget.
And bank account. Yeah.
And bank account.
All of that stuff. Probably your marriage, too. Who knows?
Could be. Could be. So, again, Kind of Fit, Kind of Fat apparel. Thank you. Join the brand, join the message, join the movement.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of fit, kind of fat.
Yeah,
How do you feel?
Dad bod full effect.
It hit me.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens. It's okay, though. I eat, what I like to eat, and I exercise.
Yeah, I'd rather die kind of fat than die skinny and miserable.
No.
Imagine torturing your taste buds your whole life.
With vegan food or what?
I don't know. Just in general. Look at that. Better score.
Hey, 36.
Yeah.
Let's go, Jake.
You're
on the board.
Jake's in the show, baby.
That's all you need. Daily Visual, shout out to you guys. Thank you again for being a steadfast supporter of the Drift League. Our technical partners, Vitour Tires. Thank you to you guys. We appreciate you guys supplying tires for our drivers here at the Drift League.
Yeah.
And shout out Enjoy the Goods Tire Service, a.k.a. Andy's Tires. We appreciate the boys. Steadfast. They've been in drifting for ever.
Quite some time. Their history goes far back.
Yeah.
Far back.
And, of course, our live stream providers today and moving forward for the future rounds is LADBX. thank you to you guys for making it work out here in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, it's pretty
Bringing
awesome.
AC for us.
It's hard to just get a phone call out here, and they're
Yeah.
bringing an entire live streamed drifting competition.
I feel like a Hollywood movie star.
Check it out. Cameron Sorensen is up.
Here we go. 13 years old, bringing the heat. Let's see what he's got.
Ooh, nice big flick into that, and he's beached. Now
Can't
look.
park there, sir.
Listen. It's a part of drifting, man. The beautiful thing is that he rolled off.
So I think his entry, he was very far, and hopefully we get the replay back. He really hucked it. I feel like he was more on the right side of the track, and when he threw it, all that momentum really just caught him off guard.
Yeah, there's definitely, it looks like he's got a little bit of a D bead there too. Yeah, a little bit of a D bead, which is all good. Oh yeah, really late.
He hucked it and it was real late.
Real late. We're talking, you can see these 3 white lines on the floor on the right side of your screen. Those are the 3, 2, 1 cones, meaning that 1 is your last opportunity. It's where the track officially starts. So if you're initiating at the 1 cone, you're probably going into the dirt.
And I think he did have a score on the board from his first run, so he's in the show.
Yes.
You know, again, you can't knock somebody. Kid's 13, man. He's coming out, driving an absolute unit of a car and figuring it out just like everybody else. That's the beauty of drifting.
Yeah, there it is. You're seeing it. God, he looks so much like his big brother Brandon.
Yeah, talk about clone and repeat.
Yeah,
Mom and Dad, they must have a factory there, and they're just cloning them.
Their printers working, just out here printing motorsports
Yeah.
athletes.
Yeah, just rock stars.
Consistency. If there's anything his parents have, it's consistency.
Yeah, that's right. The name of the game in drifting, too. Again, shout out to the Sorensens for being a part of drifting and putting money into the series that we all love as far as, drifting, right?
Yeah, absolutely,
The more
man.
people that are in drifting, the longer it can go, the bigger it can grow. So whether it's grassroots all the way up to the pro level, the more people that are in it, it helps us all win.
Yeah, it progresses, man. The sport progresses. People come in, new families jump in.
Laura Sorensen says he's 12. I thought he was 12.
He's 12?
He's 12.
I mean, you're only a year off.
I mean, he's driving that car. He's driving like a grown man. So
I'll tell you what, he's driving a grown man's car. That's for sure.
Yeah. Or woman.
Whatever.
Shout out Amanda.
Yeah, because it's technically.
They're all rock stars. That's the moral of the story. They print those kids. They're just printing athletes all day.
I wonder if they're considering having another.
They might.
That'd be cool.
They can build a whole race team.
Maybe another daughter to just set some history in stone again.
That'd be cool. I mean, Cameron's at that age too. Like, he could be the first kid to go to Mars on a SpaceX rocket and drift on Mars. You never know.
Hey, you never know. But check this out. We got Elliott coming up, one of the heavy hitters. He washed it on his first run. Let's see if he can lock it in.
Right side drift. Let's see.
Early initiation right before
his with danger there.
Oh, and it looks like a face shift.
Tough.
A lot of these guys are coming down the straightaway in third gear, and in that first corner, they're down shifting back to second. Looks like that. I haven't seen anybody go that far. I don't think it's too late.
Yeah, unfortunately for Elliott. Dude's a shredder, man. But you got to shred all the time. You got to be consistent in those runs. You got to be able to put it together and make it work through the whole run, not just one part.
Yeah, GG's Elliott. You can see it here. That misshift is going to, I believe, get him a 0. Now we have to go to the judges for the official score. But if there's anything that I've seen today with a call, a moment like
that's
that,
a bum deal. You know, as a driver, you screw up the initial, you know you got a 0, so you send it through the rest of the laps.
Yeah.
Or, the remainder of the lap, knowing that it's not going to be enough.
Look, the pressure gets real out there, man.
And we don't even have full field, right? All you had to do is get a score.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't need to put on the secret sauce yet. If you shine in tandem, and Elliott's one of those guys that seems to do pretty well in tandem.
Yes.
So it's always a bummer to get knocked out in qualifying because.
Yeah, you don't want to see anybody really get knocked out in qualifying. I'd rather see battles. I want to.
Yeah, I want to see battles. That's
Right.
what drifting is. It's all about the tandem, right? So, those of you guys that just jumped on, looks like our viewer count's slowly creeping up. Appreciate you guys joining. We are doing giveaways throughout the event today, so make sure you go to thedriftleague.com/giveaway and sign up there. And,
yes.
You could win some status seats. You could win some speed straps.
Status
seats. We got the ACT discount code out there.
Yes, we do.
30424, 30% off ACT.
Yes. Yeah, hey, speaking of the giveaway on those speed straps, T-Drift, are you here? T-Drift, did he ever respond?
I have not seen a T-Drift.
Look, if he doesn't respond, we're moving on to the next person. It's just the way
it's been
the
enough
game
time.
works. I think it's been plenty of time.
Yeah.
Unless we missed it. That's my only concern.
You spam it, T-Drifts. If you're here,
spam it, dude. Spam it if you're here. If you're in the chat, make sure you let us know that you're in the chat.
Yep. Yeah, so a tough break for Elliott, man. You hate to see people that are shredders, and you know that's professional level sport, right?
I mean, it happens, man.
You can have a great day and go out and win it all, and you can have a crappy day where you know you got what it takes to win, but the cards don't line up in your favor.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. That's what the beauty of a season is, right?
Yeah, you can come back from it.
Yeah, so when you get into, something like this, you could always come back for round 2 and be able to clean up your act. It looks like... Okay. I'm getting some inside right now on Elliott. And it looks like he might be getting a rerun here. They're saying that there was rocks on the initiation that were not cleaned up from the previous run. And it could be a wash. Now, personally, it looked like a misshift to me. But, hey, sometimes the odds are in your favor.
Yeah, it sounded like a misshift, and that's drifting, though. It's something like that where the cards come into your favor, right? You make a huge error that you're like, man, this is going to be it, but,
I mean, look, again, I don't blame people for trying to find these outs.
Yeah.
Listen, you're putting in so much time and effort into getting this competition, and you make a mistake like that, and whether it be the rocks or the misshift or whatever it was,
too much
if you
humidity,
can get another run,
too much sunshine.
Yeah, I mean, the sun was in my eyes.
Yeah.
Tell God to fix it.
Yeah. Throw a big cloud, yo.
Look, if you can get the rerun,
can't fault someone for taking it, right?
It's
Same
hard
thing in the
to.
protests. When there's protests, and
you can obviously like the internet's gonna go after like the character. Well, that's not what happened. Blah, blah, blah. But listen, at the end of the day, if he locks in and he wins this whole thing and he doors every single person through tandem, nobody's gonna remember the rocks.
Yep.
They'll be like, dude,
it's the best break you ever
everybody.
got.
Yeah, this might be the best break you've got.
You take it where you can get it.
Take where you can get it, dude, because it doesn't come often.
Yeah. Jumping in, looking at the comments here, just seeing what's up. Hello, everybody. Welcome, you guys that are new. Almost up to 200 now. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys register for the giveaways, the driftleague.com/giveaway.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of you guys talk about the status seats, and they're saying you want the seats. Listen, head over to what Riley just said, which is the driftleague.com/giveaway, and get entered into the status seats that we're going to be giving away. Also, we're giving away speed straps, and it doesn't look like T-Drift has responded at all.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to skip them. Let's see if we can get another winner. Let me text the powers at B. We need another person for giveaway.
Oh, Willow Springs got a cool little fan blower machine. Pretty official here, the old Toyota hardbody, baby.
Dude, typically you see those things mounted with giant machine guns on the back of them.
Yeah, usually
ripping through the desert, but not in this desert.
Hilux party.
Yeah, this desert we got a fan on the back of them. I wish it had a machine gun. That'd be sick. Huge rocks at initiation we're getting from our race control, saying that it was not cleaned up, and it is.
We're working on the giveaways crew.
Issue.
They're running the math, doing the science.
They're doing all that stuff. We're trying to get a new person for the giveaway, and it looks like we have one. Dude, how many Jesuses or Jesuses are out there, dude? Jesus_fish, if you're here, congratulations. You just won some speed straps. Hey, if you're Jesus Fish, you better spam the chat so that we do not miss you and you can collect
Jesus_fish.
Yeah, it's either Jesus_fish
or Jesus
or Jesus Fish.
Jesus Fish.
Jesus Fish.
I like that.
Which makes sense because of the fish logo for like Christians and Jesus followers, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it actually is.
Science. Are you in here, boy?
Jesus Fish.
No, Josh Mason, I do not give back massages. Not anymore. Those days are past.
Yeah, you've elevated. Now you're an announcer for.
Now I do
Drifters.
feet.
Oh.
Yeah, feet
You've
massages.
gone lower.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Well, they're upside down. They're doing handstands.
You're giving massages to people doing handstands?
Yeah.
What a view.
Yeah.
What a view.
Just there.
What a view. I'll tell you what.
Oh, let's see. Still no Jesus fish.
No Jesus fish.
Yeah, we should get like a 2-minute clock on the giveaways, man.
A little timer?
Yeah, riding the struggle bus. Like a 5-minute, timeout.
Yeah. Give them a little competition timeout.
Hope you're doing well, Josh. Miss you, buddy.
Yeah, dude, good to see you getting back into drifting.
Do car things. Do great things. Be a great person.
It looks like we're going to rerun Elliott here in a second after all those rocks. So just have to clean it up. Now, look, man. If there is some type of deliberation that has to happen again, if there is something that happens, let's say a misshift again, that's not going to be a good look. We're counting on Elliott to lock it in. Now, one of the factors you guys got to think about is that now those tires are hot. They're higher in pressure, and the car's going to be a lot looser than it was in the first one. So let's see what Elliott can get done. It looks like he's getting ready in his car, and they're going to be calling him to the line right now. Yep, that front wheel turns, and he leaves. He's going to be pulling up to the line. We're going to watch Elliott get that rerun.
Getting the rerun.
Pretty rad.
You're only going to get one speed strap. Not even a full set. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You just get the hook.
Yeah, you get the plastic that it's wrapped in.
Yeah.
That has a speed trap sticker on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we forgot to tell you, it's just speed strap stickers, not actual speed straps.
Yeah.
We're sending you a t-shirt, and it's an extra
All right,
small.
here we go with Elliott.
Elliott coming in. Let's see if he can lock in this initiation.
Use it to his advantage, man.
No more rocks on the track. Let's see what he's got. Oh, and we can't see it. Looks like he's in. There we go. Beautiful. Elliott feels outer zone. Moving into outer zone 2. Let's see if he works with that wall. He's actually a few feet off, but that's okay. Jumping to his score. Look at that. Running the line right on the edge. All the way through outer zone 3. Beautiful. And this is 4. We haven't seen anybody run outer zone 3 all
Talk
the way
about
to that
redemption,
water barrier.
you know.
Yeah, dude.
He's got to be hyped, feeling that, after that run.
Look, again, take him where you can get him. He stays deep that entire time and stays in outer zone 1.
Like
That's going to be a
line.
beautiful score. Outer zone 2, he doesn't enter right away, but he does get into it. Again, the judge's perspective. And then into OZ 3, he fills the entire thing all the way to the water barrier, which is where the judges want to see you. Going into outer zone 4, he enters and then leaves it early.
That's a good redemption run,
What a
That's
great
where,
redemption
when the
run.
card's playing to your hand like that.
Look, I'm telling you, people are going to be forgetting about these rocks.
Yeah.
Stuff like that is how you do it, boys.
Take it
how
where
you
you
lock
get
it in.
And
Good job,
even,
Elliott.
It's even better, if you're gonna make some noise about something, you better show up and put out.
Yeah, you don't want to have a situation like that and then come in the first corner and blow it again.
Yeah, because then it's like great,
Yeah, what are we wasting our time for? But he doesn't waste our time and he locks it in. Great job, Elliott. Great run. Chat, what do you think that is?
What up, Wesley Stump? Car audio is a bit high, my dudes. Can't hear you guys. That's just because it's Mustang things.
Yeah, that's that 5.0 life.
Those things sound. Second most hated motor for me is a straight pipe Mustang.
Really? So straight pipe VQ and then straight into a straight pipe 5.0.
Yeah, they're not.
Okay.
They don't sound that great.
Yeah, I could see it. They're loud.
They're just obnoxiously loud.
Ridiculously
like
loud.
JTP's car was like the loudest Mustang ever.
Yeah,
for
and
whatever
it was a
reason.
5.0. It was a Coyote, wasn't it?
Yeah, a variation of it. But dude, that thing was so loud when it's on full note.
Dude,
it's
Jonathan Hurst. Have you heard his car in person? Twin turbo. He's got the new Cadillac. It's like the Corvette Cadillac.
Yeah.
His
weird looking car, by the way.
Yeah, so it's a Corvette chassis, which is pretty
That's what
rad.
I figured. That's why I went with it, because it's not a Corvette, but it's a Corvette chassis.
Corvette, right.
Yeah.
Dude, that car sounds beautiful in person. I've got to hear it at Irwindale.
Anytime you put turb skis on anything, they sound better.
Dude, but his specifically, like most LS turbos don't sound good.
Yeah.
His sounds insane. He's also got these little wastegates.
Yeah,
dumps that stick out the hood, and you're just watching little blue flames.
Yeah.
It sounds beautiful, dude. Sounds so good. But
cool. Well, while we're waiting for the score, here we go.
Here she is, a 64 Elliott.
64.
Redeems himself. He gets off of that 0, and he's in the show, guys.
5 points shy of a nice. 5 points shy of a nice.
Yeah, Elliott is in the show.
Yeah, he's in the show.
Gosh, you and your nice, man. Damn it. Lock it in, Riley.
Yeah. Mustang things. How many more drivers we got?
Oh, yeah, actually, I just got sent a video. Look at this photo here of Elliott coming in, and look at the size of that rock.
Oh, yeah, maybe you can hold it up for the live stream if they flip to us.
Maybe. Look, there's a giant rock. It's like the size of a freaking softball.
There's actually a huge crack in the pavement right there, and it looks like it tore up.
Yep. That's what it looks like to me.
That's a big chonker.
So, look, if you're trying to dodge something like that, I could see a misshift happening. I can see justification in that.
But his misshift was after.
Right, but if you're like, oh my God, what is that? And then all of a sudden you're like, second thing you're thinking about is, okay, wait, I got to shift now.
That's true, it's true.
So,
you're right.
You can see justification in it. But look, hey, Elliott betters it, and here we go into our next driver. We got Jackson Orr, number 556, in Chris Forsberg's S13. I got to imagine this car's set up really well. Throwing in the outer zone 1. That was a beautiful line. Complete outer zone 1.
Turbo,
yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, keep that little 4-cylinder alive. Getting up on the wall, nice and good. Into OZ3, right in front of the judges. Looking good. Doesn't necessarily complete the whole thing, and then into 4. And he completes 4 with a little bit of a dirt drop after the line. What do you think, Riley?
I think that was a good overall run, and it kind of goes back to the fact of, look at Elliott's run and the noise and the excitement in it versus, Jackson out here, KA Turbo. I think it makes like 300, 350 horsepower.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound as exciting and whatnot, but if you're hitting your marks, people tend to forget that just because there's not 8,000 miles of tire smoke and everything, that the drivers aren't putting the cars where the judges want to see, and therefore they're getting rewarded for it in their score.
I've seen people go both ways. I've seen people go, look, it has no power, that's amazing, and I've seen people go, look at all that power he has, that's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a mixed bunch out there.
Yeah, but I think hitting the marks is the key.
Absolutely.
Regardless of your vehicle, and so that's another great thing about these series is you have to learn to adjust to drive against different skill levels, different vehicles, different horsepower, and sometimes it goes in your favor and sometimes it doesn't, right?
Yeah.
If you have a high horsepower car, it's hard to drive a fast car slow.
Yes. A gripped up car.
Yeah, it's extremely difficult to do that and chase a slower car. So if you got 600 horse and now you're chasing a guy in a stock Z, you really have to change your mindset and be that much better of a driver to assert your dominance, because a lot of the times you see those guys when they're chasing, they're doing that weird surge thing.
Yes.
And for me as a judge, I don't like to see the surge thing. I want to see you set it, forget it, whether it's here or here.
Yeah, cruise control.
I don't want to see you driving, parallel to his door, passing him, diving back. To me, that's not showing your dominance as a chase car. Here we go. Run 2. A 43, so it went down a little bit.
Yeah, he doesn't better his first run, but good news for you, Jackson. You're in the show. Now we get to watch this handsome man go into tandem battles. What do you think his hair is going to be a factor in the tandem battles?
For awesomeness, it is.
Okay. I think we should give him some style points.
Yeah, you should get style points. There's a live shot over to the pits, checking out the crew. Beautiful day at Willow Springs, other than normal heat and wind, but as long as you got a breeze, it's at least a little more bearable.
Yeah, and there is a breeze out today. You're watching that tire smoke just get blown off the track and out of the way. So as Riley mentioned earlier, that should help out with the tandem drivers and in their favor. And it didn't really look like there was a ton of drivers putting out smoke. So seems like it's going to be a nice, clear tire smoke day.
And did we get our last winner either, or are we missing winners?
Yeah, we have. I don't think that we have not picked our winner. It was Jesus Fish.
Jesus Fish. So we need another one.
Where is Jesus Fish? Are you here? Jesus Fish never responded. Look, guys, we're going to be getting ready to go to a break here, but before we go to that, let's see if we can get a new winner.
Let's get another winner before we break for lunch. Cool off. Thanks again, guys, for joining us. We're working on getting you guys those winners. Appreciate you guys joining being here with us. Again, shout out to all our partners. You can see in the background here, Status Racing, Kind of Fit, Kind of Fat, Daily Visual, Speed Strap, Tuner Fan, ACT Clutch.
Yep.
You know, like we couldn't be here without you guys, and obviously our live stream partners. This is awesome to have a live stream out at Willow.
Yeah.
And the whole crew that's conducting the live stream. You know, we're going to work to continue to make it better, and hopefully you guys enjoy me and Mike being here as announcers. This is my first time announcing. Normally I am a judge and getting yelled at by drivers, so maybe I'll get yelled at by the internet instead.
You're going to find a way to get yelled at.
I will. You know, it's in my DNA to get yelled at, but yeah, we're working to get some more giveaway winners here before we cut to break. And live stream's going to be back at, let me tell you so I'm not a liar, show starts at 5, so we'll be back probably 4:50, 5 o'clock is when we go into top 16 and go down to the podium, see who's going to win it.
Yeah, look, we got our qualifying order in, and it looks like Carson Ruger's going to be our #1 qualifier.
All right. Congrats, Carson.
And then we got TJ Hunt in second place with a 71. Devin Block with a 69, and Elliott Bright with a 64. So, hey, look, those rocks worked out in your favor, bud. And then we got Dino Child with a 60, Z-Jack with a 54, and Jackson Orr with a 49. Cameron Sorensen with a 43.
Oh,
Speaking of the devil, check this guy out.
Holy
How's it
smokes.
going?
You want to get in here and do some talking?
You want to talk to us,
right,
bro?
You're going to have to squeeze by over there.
Come through. Just do your best to not hit anything.
Unfortunately, we don't got a little seat here. Maybe our... Oh,
come on
perfect.
through. Oh, there it is.
Oh, perfect.
Jump in this. I'll,
You want to scoot yours
move
over?
over.
'Cause my base will probably...
Yeah, don't move. You don't move.
My base will break.
Look, dude, these seats are actually pretty comfortable. We've been spending quite some hours in these things. Jump in here,
Status,
dude.
can I get some AC-cooled seats, though? I mean...
A couple little vents and stuff like that.
Dang, dude.
Dude,
I'm like looking at your older brother and sister, like you guys we were just talking about it, that you guys are print and repeat. You all look the same. You all just hammers. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I did good on the first qualifying. I was just being safe.
Yeah.
In the second one, I tried a different technique, but came in way too fast, and then just back
What happened
into the
there?
dirt.
Yeah, beached it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you feeling overall? How long you been driving? Tell us a little bit more. I saw your bio. You've been driving since 5, doing what? Probably karting and stuff.
I've been driving since.
You can remember? Yeah.
Since you can walk,
Yeah, I can't even remember the first time I was driving.
Wow.
But.
What's your overall goal? I mean, you want to be a professional drifter, professional everything, professional motocross?
Yeah,
what do you want to do?
Just about everything.
Yeah.
Drifter, not motocross. I raced dirt bikes for 2 years in the Work Series.
Okay.
So, 2 years, and then last event went end over end and
got a little banged up.
Yeah, so I decided to hop in a cage and.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're the opposite with age that comes a cage because you're still young.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's really cool to see your family just completely progress. I remember even competing in Pro-Am with your sister and actually even battling Amanda back in the day. And I lost. She beat me. But, like, dude, it's rad to see how far you guys have come in the sport. And, I mean, the shoes that you have to fill are pretty big. Does that ever, like, play a role in your mind? Like, man, I got to be as good as my brother and my sister?
Right now, I'm trying to beat Amanda to pro. So
yeah,
I'm trying to beat Brandon to the youngest in Formula Drift.
There you go.
And I'm trying to beat Amanda to pro. So.
That's pretty rad. I mean, those are good goals.
And what do you do, you know, when you're not driving? What's the day in the life of, what does it look like? School, sim?
Yeah, school, sim, and then I hop on my dirt bike and go ride around for a little bit.
Okay, cool.
Spend some time on that, man.
Good,
outdoors
good.
kids.
How do you feel about the car and stuff going into you know, a pro level car? What's the deal on that car? Is it supercharged, NA?
We have a LS7. It's just an E46 with an M4 wide body kit. We call it the M3.4.
Okay.
There you go.
So
cool. You like the car? You like the setup? What are you learning as a driver, like progression
right now,
wise?
I'm just trying to get more into car tuning and like being in the shop more.
Engineering behind it.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, man. I mean, it'll make you a better driver for sure if you understand what needs to be changed. You can give better feedback to your team if you can go, hey, I know how this works, and it's doing this, therefore this needs to be adjusted, guys.
Yes. So if you know how the car works, it just makes the car, or it makes you a better driver.
Absolutely.
Yep.
With everything.
Yeah. So what's your goal today? Obviously, you want to win.
Today I'm just trying to get points on the board to get into Pro Spec.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we just want to finish the day. Obviously, we want to go out with a win. That would be ideal, be on the podium in some form or fashion, but we want to accrue points since it's a 3-round series and get you up to a license.
Yep.
And then what are you going to do? If you get your license, what's your game plan? Hit it hard?
Yeah.
You going to take it? I mean,
if I get my license, I'm just going to go out and try to win as much as I can.
Yeah.
Get my sister pro.
Are you driving any other series or any other events?
Right now, I'm driving Colorado Drift and Drift League.
Okay.
Sweet.
So you're on the road quite a bit then, man.
Mm-hmm. And then when I'm not drifting, I actually drive RS1s, like Polaris.
Oh, wow.
In the work series.
Oh, man.
So
You're
I'm
just
trying to
doing it
get
all.
3 championship wins right now.
Oh.
That'd be rad. That'd be
Holy
super rad.
smokes.
So listen, having your older siblings being in motorsports, are they ever coming down and like coaching you, or are they just kind of like, good luck, kid?
I'm huge thanks to my brother. Why I'm here, he drove the rig here. He's the one spotting for me. He's the one helping set up the car.
What a great brother.
What's your
big thanks to him.
what's your guys' relationship like? Do you guys are like brother sister, like argue and talk crap to each other and get annoyed of each other? It's a regular.
Yeah.
Like, you're dumb. No, you're dumb. No, you're dumb. Well, I got more wins than you in FD. Well, you're dumb.
Yeah. I got more horsepower than you. And it's like, oh man.
Yeah. How does that work?
Yeah, it's exactly like that. It's just normal
Yeah.
brother-sister relationship.
And are you the youngest in the family?
Yes.
So there's 3 of you.
Yep.
Cool.
That's
And
where you're
What's
at,
it like to have your pops and your mom supporting you and driving your guys' dreams and visions? I mean, that's obviously got to be a huge
great.
help. And the mental mindset too. Do you get nervous driving because, again, like Micah said, your family is doing well, your brothers and sisters are doing well in the series and progressing. Like, do you feel that weight on you? Like, man, I got to perform.
Like, Brandon got 3rd, I got 3rd, Amanda got 2nd, so I'm trying to beat her and get 1st now.
Yeah, dude. That's pretty rad. It's really cool. We were just talking earlier, man, like a lot of people, wish they had your spot in the driver's seat with the family that you have. And we just got to say, man, it's been a blessing to see just your whole family come in and see your dad display what, like, me having a kid now, I'm like, man, I want to be like Mr. Sorensen and take care of all the kids and put everybody through motorsports and get everybody going. And so we're super excited to see you. We're super rad. Your sister just making history the other day out in New Jersey was really awesome to see. And Brandon making huge strides as well.
Are you going to all the FD events too when you can?
Yeah,
if your schedule
I'm going
permits?
to every single, except for the next one, St. Louis.
Okay.
That's the only track I've never been to in Formula Drift.
Okay.
St. Louis, yeah. You're not really missing out on much.
Yeah.
I've driven it.
I figured.
Yeah.
And what are you doing at the events? Are you pit crew, or are you just hanging out watching, observing, studying?
Yep.
Trying to figure things out? Good, man.
Yeah,
Anything
man.
you want to say? Anybody you want to shout out?
My mom, my dad, 2-2 Performance, brother, sister.
It's good, man. It's good to see you out here progressing, and I was super stoked when they said that you were coming out to run, because you're the seeds of the series, right? Like, not only yourself and all the other drivers out here, but you are literally the youngest generation going into drifting, and like you say, you got those goals and ambitions to be the youngest to win and succeed, and hopefully it drives other kids like yourself to put in the effort and work, no matter what car you got, anything. Show up and come hang out at the track. Even if you can't drive, come hang out with everybody. It's drifting community is pretty good.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's rad to see you. We're glad you're here. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you out.
You're good. There's a lot, if you're new to drifting, there's a lot of different events you can go to. Almost every big city that, even if you're next to it, they all have grassroots drifting events. People watching, go out, go to one, experience drifting. I guarantee you, at least one person there will let you ride passenger seat in their car.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's how people get hooked, man.
Yep.
All it takes is one ride, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you growing up, that's how you ended up in a go-kart, because you were like, that looks fun, I want to do it.
Exactly.
You know, oh, motorcycles look fun, I want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for boys, you know, it's just seems to be a thing, right? Gearheads.
It's really hard to get away from, man. When you start smelling gas and you start smelling the rubber on the tires and you're seeing people go fast and dirt and dust is kicking up and all the smiles, you're like, man, I really want to do that, and then you get addicted.
Yep.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're done, and you end up a 12-year-old drifting freaking, like, what? How much horsepower does your car make?
Right now I think it's around 700.
700 horsepower drift car at 12 years old, dude. My parents barely let me drive.
I pushed
a
a shopping cart at 12 years old.
Yeah.
That's what I was pushing, and I pretended it had 700 horsepower.
Yeah.
Well, you're a great,
amazing.
you know, a great representation of, you know, the up-and-coming drivers, you know, and keep your head focused, positive, keep the mental mind state going. That's key. And just remember being consistent in your driving. You know, that's some of the things we were talking about. Is consistency wins these events on this level. Obviously, once you step up to Pro Spec and FD Pro 1, you know, that's where that dynamic changes and you have to be perfect. But here you don't have to be perfect. You just need to be consistent and keep running your run, and you're going to go far. And you got a great team behind you, great partners, and we're super stoked to have you out here.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, again, it's been a blessing to see you guys come up. We're excited to see how far your career goes. I think that right now we don't realize that we're sitting in the presence of one of the greatest drivers on the planet.
Yeah.
Like, this future of
I'm going to
you
look back
seems
on
so
this
bright.
and
Yeah.
be like, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I talked with him.
Little Sorensen,
Yeah,
you know, and now
dude.
he's a world champion in 4 different motorsports and living his best life, and he won't remember who we are and
He
be like,
has no clue.
you nerds.
Yeah.
I'll sign your face.
Here's
So,
a high five.
thanks again, dude.
Thank
Appreciate you for coming up here and hanging out, and
Yeah.
you know, good luck later on.
Thank
Absolutely. We'll see you out there in competition.
you. Here's your chair back.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
All right,
Thanks, brother.
Thank you guys.
Well, cool. If we're still live, thanks again, everybody, for coming out. I saw Jeff Jones jumped into the chat. We'll be back live at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
5 o'clock. Top 16 kicks off. I'm going to eat my Jersey Mike sandwich now. And,
One bite.
One bite. Yeah, one whole bite.
Full sub.
Yeah, it's the big sub.
Can you do it right here?
I don't get paid enough for this.
All right. I tried.
Yeah,
I tried.
you tried.
I did this for you.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys back
Yeah,
here.
see you guys in a bit.
At 5. Beautiful. I love drifting.
Are you guys good? We cut?
We're not cut. We're still alive.
Yeah. Come on, team.
Who's cutting us?
Better cut us.
Oh, no.
The real question, how much torque are you making? Because every single ACT clutch is rated by the torque produced at the crank. That's all your clutch cares about. Your power, your performance, your success. Unrivaled precision, power, and durability. Visit advancedclutch.com today. 30 years of precision engineering and performance excellence. Because every revolution starts at the crank.
We are a community dedicated to those who love fitness and food.
We have a mission to show that you can pursue your personal fitness goals and enjoy the process.
We are committed to creating a community where you can be and should be proud of your body,
all while being present and proud of yourself along every stage of your fitness journey.
Hit them PRs, make them gains, and eat that donut.
Join the brand, join the message, join the movement.
race cars to show cars, plus custom modifications, TunerFan has you covered. Visit us at tunerfan.com and these social media platforms. TunerFan is proud to be the official media partner of the Drift League.
Enjoy the goods. On-site tire service supporting the scene. We've got your back so you can push harder. For bookings, slide into our DMs at enjoythegoods_.
We've been holding power you make for 30 years. But here's the real question. How much torque are you making? Because every single ACT clutch is rated by the torque produced at the crank. That's all your clutch cares about. Your power, your performance, your success. Unrivaled precision, power, and durability. Visit advancedclutch.com today. 30 years of precision engineering and performance excellence. Because every revolution starts at the crank.
We are a community dedicated to those who love fitness and food.
We have a mission to show that you can pursue your personal fitness goals and enjoy the process.
We are committed to creating a community where you can be and should be proud of your body,
all while being present and proud of yourself along every stage of your fitness journey.
Hit them PRs, make them gains, and eat that donut.
Join the brand, join the message, join the movement.
From race cars to show cars, plus custom modifications, TunerFan has you covered. Visit us at tunerfan.com and these social media platforms. TunerFan is proud to be the official media partner of the Drift League.
Enjoy the goods. On-site tire service supporting the scene. We've got your back so you can push harder. For bookings, slide into our DMs at enjoythegoods_.
We've been holding power you make for 30 years. But here's the real question. How much torque are you making? Because every single ACT clutch is rated by the torque produced at the crank. That's all your clutch cares about. Your power, your performance, your success. Unrivaled precision, power, and durability. Visit advancedclutch.com today. 30 years of precision engineering and performance excellence. Because every revolution starts at the crank.
I've been riding 80. We are a community dedicated to those who love fitness and food.
We have a mission to show that you can pursue your personal fitness goals and enjoy the process.
We are committed to creating a community where you can be and should be proud of your body,
all while being present and proud of yourself along every stage of your fitness journey.
Hit them PRs, make them gains, and eat that donut.
Join the brand, join the message, join the movement.
From race cars to show cars, plus custom modifications, TunerFan has you covered. Visit us at tunerfan.com and these social media platforms. TunerFan is proud to be the official media partner of the Drift League.
Enjoy the goods. On-site tire service supporting the scene. We've got your back so you can push harder. For bookings, slide into our DMs at enjoythegoods_.